And we are back. This race is official. 1, 5, 4, 6. The official top 4. You're my candy girl. Big favorite at 1 to 5. Probably shouldn't have even been that much.
Yes, easily could have been 1 to 9 there. So we're just awaiting prices. I expect about an $8 exacta and about a $12 triple.
$8? What are you, nuts? What are you, drunk?
That's what it was paying.
Oh, wow.
$7 exacta.
Roughly. $6.80. Try was $16 for 2. Pick 3, $68.80 for $2. Which was very hittable, actually. That's a decent pick 3 there. For those, you know, when you got 1 to 5 in the back end, Sam Hill, who was obvious, and the favorite in the race before. So they're giving money away here. On to race 9. It's another division of the Audio Volo. A lot more wide open, obviously. Currently, right now, the 6 is 3 to 5. Sidewalk Dancer. This is Chris Oakes, Brett Miller. This horse had been racing well in stakes. Has won 3 out of 6 this year. Has made over 100,000, mostly in PSR stakes. Tried the Lynch, was second in the elimination, and then ended up 7th in the final from the rail. Really no chance there. Since it's qualified nicely in 53. Draws well here in this field, and I think she could face a little bit of a challenge from the 4 Strong Opinion. And this is Burke again. This horse has been succeeding more in overnights. Was much better as a 2-year-old, won almost 200,000 there. This year, not quite as good. Has had gate issues. Did win in Omers of 5 at Philly, and then tried a Hoosier stake and really got buried there. But faced older at Philly last time, and that's a nice field. Came first up, and ended up 3rd in a 51-2. That's a very fast mile Philly. Kakali's hot. You're getting 12 to 1 right now on the 4.
I thought the race was pretty wide open. Right now, the 6 Sidewalk Dancer at 1 to 9 with about $1,500 in the win pool. Way over bet at this point. In a highly competitive race. And this is the second division of the Audio Volo.
Now, Marcus said when he was here, he liked the chance of the 2, Aldine Hanover. He said that she's actually better than she is on paper. And it's been in tough spots at Philly, really with those outside posts, no chance. Prior to that was racing well in PA All-Stars, PSR Stakes. 0 for 7 this year, but has 5 shares out of those 7 races. Did win 4 times last year. Interesting, right now 25 to 1.
Yeah, I actually like the 2 here a little bit. Even before Marcus said anything, that this one had a little bit of bad luck the last 2 starts, and prior to that, showed early gate speed, can leave, and will likely be sitting up close. This one makes sense, especially from an inside post. It's a big post shift. I would use this horse on top, especially at the price. Longest shot on the board currently at 24 to 1. No reason not to have this horse on your ticket. And another one that I think is pretty good at decent odds right now, the 4 Strong Opinion. Made a big first over move last time against older and raced very well, I thought. I think this horse is coming into her own this year. She kind of started the year a bit rough, and she's coming back to the form from last year. So if she continues on that right path, I think she's a big threat here today in this division.
Okay, so this race starts the 50-cent pick 4, guaranteed $15,000 pool. And we can talk about some of these races here. You can look. I have a ticket posted at NAHUpicks.com. The early pick 4 paid $4.60 for 50 cents. We just missed that one, but kind of got photoed out of that one.
So, where would you be at in this race?
2, 4, 6 to start. 6 is a must-choose. We talked about the 2 and the 4. That's where I'd go there. Even though the 6 is 1 to 5 right now, I don't think is necessarily 1 to 5. And if you can beat this one, could eliminate a lot of tickets early.
I'm in agreement with you mostly. I'm going to throw on the 1 Hypnotic Tail from the inside. Dave Miller jumps back on. I think the horse plays well in this field from an inside post. Leg number 2 of the pick 4 is the 3rd division of the Adios. And this is a field of 7. Where are you at in here, Mike?
Well, Alexis Bauer looks extremely tough. Gets away from the kissing in the sands, you are my candy girls. You know, she's been getting big checks all year against those types in the big races. You know, she deserves top billing here, but you know, that outside post could be a little bit of an issue. So I'm going to be 4 deep. The 2 Rain on Me is a horse that made a lot of money last year, and here's another one that just can't seem to get going this year. It's 0 for 9, but has back class, draws well. Nifty Norman. I like that horse to be a little bit sneaky. The 3 Double A Mint. This is Burke. Had no chance in the Shaley. Had the 10 hole there. Just completely pitched that. Prior to that was second in the Naughty at Hoosier for $140,000. Then really had no chance in the Lynch final from the 7 hole. Draws well. Kakali's hot today. And then the 6, Sansovina Hanover, another Burke horse. Another one with no chance in a lot of these stakes races. This is a softer field. Should get a better setup. And, you get Jingra here. Could be a possible upsetter. So 2, 3, 6, 7 in the second leg.
We're close here. I'm 3 deep. I'm going to start with the 2. Rain on Me. I agree. This one inside post doesn't have a lot of early gate speed, but should be able to stay close and is one of the top breadwinners in this field. So I think she plays well here from the inside and should be able to get a nice trip. The 3 Double A Mint, like you said, Kakali's hot today. The Burke barn seems to be heating back up. They had a couple weeks there where they were just so-so, and the whole barn's heating back up now. So I think you got to use this one, especially from a really bad spot last time at the Meadowlands. And then the 7 Alexis Power is the obvious horse here. Like you said, you have to have her on your ticket. Leg number 3. We got 9 minutes to post here. Leg 3, this is the big one, the Adios final. Field of 9, $400,000 purse. And I know where my top pick is. Where's yours?
My top pick's the 6 Done Well. It's Brian Brown, Tim Tetrick. Gets a little bit of a better draw, gets a little bit of a better setup. If you looked at this horse in the North America Cup, was loaded, just couldn't catch lather up there. Then in the Hemp, really was completely outdrawn, no shot there. Adios a limb after being off a couple weeks, raced very well, kicked home 27-1. This horse is primed, I think, to win. Especially with a little bit of a setup it's going to get with a lot of these horses inside. The track's playing well anyway today. You can come from off of it, any kind of trip at all, which I think the 6 could end up behind the 3 in the race. Coming second over, I feel like he's going to be very live. The 4 and the 5 both need used. American History and Dorsador Hanover both have speed, both racing extremely well. American History was dominant in that elimination last week. Dorsador was very good on the lead and got picked off late by Hitman Hill. I don't feel like that horse is going to get the same trip this time. So they could set it up for some of their closers. And I'm going to use the 8, Think Big, Dream Big, who's been extremely unlucky in a lot of these races. No setup, but has been flying, making huge moves on the turn. Has won 4 times. The horse is getting better and better for Tactor. Stratton's in here for 1 horse. He's here for this horse. He could be live late, especially if they go crazy. So 4, 5, 6, 8.
I agree somewhat. I'm not going as deep as you, but I'm using 3 of the 4 you're using. The 5, Dorsaduro Hanover, should be firing. Just needs to get into the right spot here. This is a race I think they're going to go very fast early. I don't want to see him on the lead. I want to see him close, but not on the lead. but he does have a shot if he can get the right trip and pounce late. The 6 done well selection as well. I think we're all on done well. And coming off that Elim race, he was very good there. He fits well. He's in a very good spot to come from off the pace again and possibly be second over. And then the 8, think big, dream big. We talked to Jordan earlier. He's planning on coming from off the pace, I think. And, he's hoping for a lot of speed up front, which I think he's going to be able to get. He just needs to be close enough to be able to go buy some horses late. So 5, 6, and 8 for me in the Adios for the pick 4. And then leg number 4 is
it's an Arden Downs,
the Arden Downs.
Trot, yeah.
Field of 7. And this race looks like it's pretty cut and dry between 2 horses here. I'm curious where you're at.
Too deep. My top pick's a 4, Da Bomb. Gets Brett Miller here. And, this horse really had an interference break last time, PSR Stakes. Completely get rid of that race. Prior to that, was second known as a 3 at Philly from an outside post. Has gotten checks in some of these, PSR stake races. The Courier and Ives was 3rd. Has a little bit of class, draws well. I feel like plays well against these. And then the 1, Kanzinski Hanover. This horse just blasted a straight numbers of 4 to Meadows, opened up a big lead, and kind of coasted home. This horse has decent lines on the front this year. Should be able to control this race, and I feel like that they have to catch him. Just looks classier than most of these. Draws perfectly. I'm 1-4 to finish.
One of those was one I was talking about. The other one wasn't. So I am using 1 and 4, but the 3 is the other one that I like here. Southwind Angelica broke behind the gate last time. Really just eliminated herself there. The start prior, I'm not sure what happened. Something was going on there. But you look back before the last 2. Win, 4th, 3rd, 3rd. The horse is right there every week. Gets Dave Miller for the 2nd time after the break last time. And an inside post, which is key. The big thing for me using this horse is where is she going to be? She's likely going to be off the pace. She seems to do best when she sits off of the front end, and I think there's enough early speed here that she could benefit and pounce on the second part of the mile. So I'm going to go 1, 3, 4 there, which makes my ticket 1, 2, 4, 6 with 2, 3, 7 with 5, 6, 8 with 1, 3, 4. It's $54.
My ticket 2, 4, 6 with 2, 3, 6, 7 with 4, 5, 6, 8 with 1, 4. It's 48. It's posted on NAHUpicks.com.
My ticket would have a 7 involved somewhere.
You didn't put a ticket in.
That's why I said it's probably a 7. What do you want?
Play that.
You want me to play it?
Yeah.
All right, so getting ready to go to the gate here. I'm curious how the pool looks. I might check that out for a second.
Yeah, we always watch the post parades just to make sure there's nothing that we're missing anywhere, and we need to have that awareness of if something doesn't look right with a horse, then we change what we play. So always watch post parades for all the novice players out there. Watch the horses on the track. If you see anything that...
There's already over 10,000 in the pick 4 pool here, guaranteed at 15,000. They should be able to reach that quite easily here in the next 5 minutes, I would think.
Yeah, very easy.
So, the handle's pretty decent here today. They're averaging, the exacta pools are well over, 15,000 per race. The tri pools are large. A lot of money being bet here, and that presents opportunities, I think.
Oh, definitely. And the way I saw this race playing out, there is potential here for a price. And the 6 at 1 to 5 right now, Sidewalk Dancer 1 to 5 is way, way too short. And she's been bet the entire time. I do not like the price. I don't like her I don't even like her at like 2-1, but 1-5 completely overbet.
I would definitely agree. I'm very curious where that money's coming from, especially given the prices now in the 2 and the 4. Both 18-1, 11-1. The 4 at 11-1 is very good.
And currently, with the odds board now, the 6 is going up a touch at 2-5 now. I think the biggest player for a price here, 18-1 on the 2. I mean, that's a gift right now. Longest shot on the board. I mean, I don't understand why that horse is that high.
Yeah, I mean, I think the 6 is going to need to be pressed early. I would expect him to blast off here. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how the race sets up. It could, like you said, could end up going slow early, fast late. But yeah, this horse has missed time. I mean, this horse hasn't raced since the Lynch final, June 30th. So, I mean, and only 6 races this year so far. So.
Yeah, I think the key is the trip in this race, because there's a lot of contenders here, and you got to look for who's going to get the best trip and pounce off of that. I mean, 1-5 right now, still on the 6. To me, it seems like fake money. That can't be real. There's no way. 1-5 is a way too short of a price here. Go for some value. The rest of the field really is value, and I see no reason not to have any of the rest of the field on your ticket.
I just went to go bet this 4 at 10-1. I think that's an absurdly high price, considering, too, I don't think the 6 is my material. I mean, sure, it's Chris Oakes. A lot of people are betting that.
She's not 1-5 material. Not at all.
No. First thing I was like, no, she's not 1-5. She's actually 2-1. I'm going, what fee am I looking at then? There's one bet I do want to make, though. It's on the burger. That was a good burger. I still have half of it left for later during the show. Oh, man. But really, this 4 is 10 – everyone is valuing this race because of Sidewalk Dancing.
Yeah, I agree.
I also think Hypnotic Tail 2 is incredibly overbet at 7-2. This horse was good on the New Jersey Sire Stakes circuit, but that was 4 horse races where all she basically had to do was just out-kick the other ones. It's not like a lot of them had a real great kick to begin with.
Right, and the way Hypnotic Tail races, she always looks for a trip. So with Dave Miller, he's going to be looking for a two-hole trip here. He's going to be leaving, firing early, and likely trying to let one horse go and only one horse go.
But what I particularly like with this 4 strong opinion, excuse me, exiting a race against older horses. You see obvious blue chip in there, who's a really talented mare pacer, but more importantly, older horses. And she was first over in that race when they were already going really quick. That's a good mile in and of itself, even if she falters to be, third by 2 lengths. That's not even terrible. She faltered a bit more in the Nadia Lobel, but she pushed out hard to get to the lead and then sat the pocket, and they went really fast there too. So, of course, she's going to finish 8th by 17 lengths. I don't really necessarily hold that against her. I think 9-1 here is a fantastic price, so much so that this is my first actual bet of the day, even though it should have been on Volleyball Beach, who was the best 9-2 shot of the day so far.
That we gave out.
That's true.
I've been pretty hot all day, and you've been picking winners. Mike's been picking winners. I think we've had 7 out of 8 so far.
I think there's been 9 races. I think we picked 20 winners.
Yeah.
Considering, too, also,
including going back to the paddock.
Well, I was also going to say that a lot of times we're on 3 different horses, and those horses are all up in contention too, making for good exotic combinations and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and with 3 of us here getting 3 different opinions, and especially a race like this. It's only a 6-horse field, but it's a very competitive 6-horse field.
Money coming for the one down here.
Anything could happen here.
And man, are they dragging to get this pick 4 guarantee. They're at 13,000 currently of the 15,000 guarantee.
They'll get over.
They'd get over if they go to the gate now.
Yeah.
Which looks like they're circling around to do so.
Not sure if they know that. They should just call me and I would tell them when to go.
You see, we could have given them the walkie-talkies. Yeah, well, along with doing our show, we're gonna push ourselves even more spread thin and just run the entire program for you.
Yeah,
Which is basically what happened at the Meadows, and that turned into. Wait, here's race. Before we have to give away these vouchers. Giveaway. If you hear your name, I like this 2-horse, but we're drawing names right now.
Which we are going to do another drawing here very quickly.
I feel as chaotic as this show has still been. It feels like old NAHU again, old 3-wide live at the time, which is now.
Right now.
Because we live in the present. Live in the moment. I'm just trying to say like really cliche things as they're getting ready to go to the gate.
As they go to the gate.
Yep. 3-5 favorite, the 6 Sidewalk Dancer here at 5-2. Then the 1 Hypnotic Tail, the 4 Strong Opinion at 8-1. You'd think that they'd really be betting Kakali more with how he's been doing today, but I digress. Is your phone here? Oh, okay.
I haven't moved it the entire time.
Okay. This field is swinging around the turn, moving into the backstretch. They're in motion, approaching the start. Owen pacing with Major Special Lady firing from the outside to the inside. Hypnotic Tail pushing out with Aldine Hanover from in between. Spread 3 across the track while Painted Lady floats away to be 4th. In front of Sidewalk Dancer 5th. And then trailing the field, Strong Opinion moving around that first turn to the opening quarter. Hypnotic Tail emerges in control. Aldine Hanover trying to tuck into the pocket with the inside now. Major Special Lady sitting 3rd, a gap of 2.5 then to Sidewalk Dancer 4th. Opening quarter up in 26-4 with Painted Lady 5th and Strong Opinion last of all, moving past the stands first time. Hypnotic Tail in control here by a length and a quarter. Aldine Hanover sits the pocket with Major Special Lady stalking 3rd, then back 4th, the favorite. Sidewalk Dancer yet to get rolling for Brett Miller, moving to the clubhouse turn. 5th away then. Painted Lady still with Strong Opinion trailing as they go onto the half-mile station. In front remains Hypnotic Tail. She got away with a 57-second half-mile. 30-1 that second quarter to the backside. Hypnotic Tail leads Aldine Hanover by a length and a quarter. Outside and moving now, Sidewalk Dancer makes her move towards the front. She progresses up to be within a length and a quarter of the lead. Second over carried into contention, Painted Lady. Strong Opinions then 3rd up as they're 3 in, 3 out to the 3-quarter pole. Hypnotic Tail a narrow leader by a neck. Outside Sidewalk Dancer now up to match strides. 3/4, 1:24-4. 27-4 that third panel. Around the final turn, Sidewalk Dancer extends to a neck, now a half-length advantage. Inside Hypnotic Tail with Painted Lady on cover, and from the back, Strong Opinion tipping wide into the stretch. Sidewalk Dancer trying to sprint away with it. Painted Lady kicking off cover with Strong Opinion to the center of the track. It's Sidewalk Dancer coming into the 8th pole. Outside Painted Lady up to be 2nd. Sidewalk Dancer gonna take it by a length over Painted Lady with Strong Opinion widest of all 3rd. 152-1. Okay, so maybe she was 3-5 material. 2-5 material. I played the 10-1 shot. Sue me.
They didn't hit the guarantee in the pick 4. It looks like.
Really? Oh wow.
Well, let me see. I have to update my.
Well, the other thing too, did you see how fast they let her go to the half? 57 off a 26-4 opening quarter. That's heinous. I can't believe no one challenged her. But at the same time, that could have won the race for Brett because he knew he just had more kick than everyone.
23,000 in the pool.
Excuse-me. 6-3-4-1, the unofficial top 4 here. Sidewalk Dancer, 1-2 over Painted Lady, 18-1 over Strong Opinion, 9-1 over Hypnotic Tail, 5-2. At least made the triple a bit more interesting.
I like the 4 in the race.
I had the 3 marked as a maybe, but I was really on Strong Opinion. You could say I had a decent opinion on that one. Hi, how'd you do? You taking more requests? Can you do Metallica? Can you do can you do that? Can you do that trombone music that you play for fat people? He's trying to bum 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 bum.
One more race, and then the big race.
It's almost the Adios. Who's you picking the Adios, James? We got James Wither right here with us again. You can sit down if you want. Want to take a little break off those little feetsies of yours. No, you got a seat right there. There's a chair, right? James, if you look to your left, my right, there's a chair. Yeah, you'd be in the camera. You sit right there. It's your left, my right. If I faced your way, it'd be my left and your left. If you're looking my way, it'd be both our rights.
Stop talking.
I just wanted to make sure you understood. For the people at home,
Stopped from the start.
the people at home,
He's on fire.
This race is not official yet.
no, it is not.
We are still waiting on that.
Okay, I thought after watching the Meadowlands pace that this could be his race.
I think so.
It's just crafted for him. But then again, he tried to go to the lead last time, and that's probably not going to be the best idea for him. He's more of a grinder.
The other horse in question, that race tripped out.
That's true. It's going to be a total trip race, though, without a doubt.
It really is, as this whole day.
Oh, yeah. With that said,
Like a 6.
toodaloo! And we got prices coming up here. So you got $11 for that exact, according to this one guy. Tote dividends, 6 sidewalk dancer, $3, $2.60, $2.10, 3 painted lady, $11.64. And the 4 strong opinion, $3.20. The $2 exact is $6.3, $22.40. That $2 trifecta, $6.34, good for $92. And that said, move on to the 10th race.
After a 30-second break.
Oh, 30-second break, all right.
Pure horsepower comes out of Hickory Lane Farms. Just look at some of these fine foals by stallions including Uncle Peter, McCardle, Desjambro, Racing Hill, and new to Hickory Lane in 2018, What the Hill. Hickory Lane Farms, located in Findlay, Ohio. Book your mare today at 419-422-3004 or visit hickorylanefarm.com for more information.
Wow, was that really 30 seconds?
That was 30 seconds.
I didn't count that. So we're back here with more 3 wide live from the Meadows. We're getting close to the featured event, the Delvin Miller Adios. We're 1 race away. We have another division of the Audio Volo. Of course, I want to take a moment to thank some of our sponsors who allow us to be here, including Brian Brown Racing and Dirk Simpson Racing. Brian Brown, I don't think, is going to be able to make it before the Adios, at least at this point, just because they're probably parading, getting the horses ready. Yeah, he's busy. There's no other reason. Unfortunately, though, there is one. We've been downtrodden with one downside, I guess, for lack of a better term. And it's that my hands have become multi-purpose spoons.
Yeah, no, they haven't.
How long have you been waiting to do that?
Ever since I came back,
Yeah.
I picked up the spoons.
He's been holding those spoons in his hand for 20 minutes.
I picked up the spoons while you guys were talking about the pick 4, just for that dumb bit. That's called commitment, and that's why no places employ me, but they should. This 10th race is another division of Audio Volo, as we said. So far, it's been chalky.
We've had like maybe one price, one middle priced horse, mostly favorites.
2 prices. Sam Hill was one. Volleyball Beach was the other. If I'm not mistaken.
Kaylee paid $22.
Oh, that's right. That horse that we were too stupid to really figure out.
Yeah.
I at least was too stupid. I didn't bet on that horse at all. Rod, though, let's get a look at these odds.
7 currently, 3-2.
That's Alexis Power. Reasonable. That horse had the 2nd tier in the Mistletoe Chalet. Was basically put out of the mix there as a result just because she was a victim of whoever was in front of her. But she worked out a decent trip to be able to finish 3rd against 2 horses that are way better, one of them being You Are My Candy Girl. So there's a class angle there. There's just overall horse factor there. This horse is a worthy favorite at 7-5. I mean, is there any other price here? It's really worth.
Well, the price on the 6 is legit. It's 9 to 1. I mean, this horse had the 8-hole in that race, finished 5th. It was 123 to 1 there, but didn't disgrace. Has been dancing the dances. Was in the Lynch final, finished 4th. Got a check in there. You know, this horse seems to prefer the smaller tracks. Tends to, get some shares, but today might be her day, depending on if she trips out. I like Yannick getting on here.
You see, I don't really like some of these other prices on some of my other contenders, my under contenders, which I mean, in a way, they are if I have Alexis Power on top. Double A Mint, I think, is too low a price at 5 to 1. As is I'm trigger happy at 7 to 1. Because, like, for instance, I'm trigger happy. Took that one bad step behind the gate, was totally out of the mix. Comes in off a 6 scratch. There's too many variables with her for me to take 7 to 1.
You're not going to get that though.
And with Double A Mint, she had an outside post and she draws better here. This could be a race that sets up better for her since she was second in the Nadia Lobel, which is a race that, again, is similar to this one.
She's usable. I think she's very usable given this post.
6 to 1 though.
Well, I mean, what do you expect?
It's Kikali and Burke too.
Yeah, I mean, who else are they going to bet in the race? They're not going to bet the 1.
2's 3 to 1.
They're betting Norman there. But the 2 hasn't won this year. The 3 hasn't won this year. The 6 hasn't won this year. That makes it tough.
I like the 3. What's the 3's odds right
5 to 1.
5 to 1.
So 5 to 1 right now on the 3 Double A Mint. Like I said before, had no chance in that last race at the Meadowlands. Was just way too far out of it to even be a factor, to even try to make a huge move there. The start prior at Hoosier, Nadia Lobel, raced very well, got away 3rd, made a move first over on the last turn, and finished 2nd. Nothing wrong with that race, and like we mentioned earlier, the Burke barn seems to be getting back into form, and really, I think really plays in this race from this spot, which is, should keep this horse close, and I think Kayla's going to be aggressive.
I gotta wait for the odds to adjust a bit more, as they are giving away scholarships right now, by the looks of it, from the MSOA to college students, presumptively.
Probably.
I mean, it's a good guess. And right now you're watching us watch them. It's something that's real meta. Can we get like a smaller version of the screen on the corner? That'd be too much work.
Yes.
No. See, Rod's a magician. He just covers your face. Okay, no. He didn't want to do that.
Maybe it's time for me to go get a drink.
All right, transition to Rod. So as you can see here, we're watching these college students get scholarships. That, of course, is a female getting one right now. She's saying some words that I'm assuming are, I'm glad to be getting this award. I'm honored. Something along those lines. Okay, bye. See you later. We don't want you anymore. I'll bring it. Okay, another person, another girl, getting another scholarship. Another girl getting another scholarship. They're college kids are everywhere. They're all over the place, man. First they're over here, then they're over there. Are you talking about me? Are you trying to say something about me? I mean, they're over here. Well, you see, here's another one.
You and every other college student.
She's also saying something along the lines of, it's great to be here. And Jeff Ziddick's going, okay, see you later. I got Jeff Ziddick things to do. And now here's all of them. They're all getting together for one night. All right, everyone into the group picture.
All right, we need odds back up.
Okay. Well, I got my picture with them.
All right, here we go. There's some odds.
I think we broke the 5th wall.
The 5th wall?
Yeah, we had to build a wall in between all of the walls. So some may say we built a room. We made a room out of a room. Made 2 rooms, and not the room. Of course, a movie by Tommy Wiseau. 3 to 5 on I'm trigger happy. Whoa! Whoever's betting this horse is trigger happy. Jeez, that's ludicrous. And you know when I say it's ludicrous.
Somebody fired.
Yeah, someone fired on trick. Don't they know that you're not allowed to bring firearms in the casino?
Yeah.
That's going to change, especially with 7 minutes to post. They're starting to drag it out a bit more. Because this race is supposed to go off at 3 o'clock. It's now 3:22 Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time. Which then, of course, means It's 2:22 Central Daylight Time, 1:22 Mountain Daylight Time, and 12:22 Pacific Daylight Time. What time it is in Hawaii, no one ever knows because
They're 6 hours back.
it is.
Maybe 4. Can't remember.
Give or take a week, something like that.
Yeah.
See, 8-1 on AA Mint. Now I'm starting to get interested. I'm hoping that she goes up a bit more. As everyone's going to make their bets already. You guys know it's 6 minutes to post? Hey! Hey! This is me screaming at them. Hey! $100. Hey! It's 6 minutes to post. You got plenty of time to bet. They're not listening to me.
That's because they want to get their bets in.
I have 6 minutes to post. Hey!
But
That's
Right
that
now-
famous non sequitur. But
right now, I think the value is in the 2 and the 3, 7-1, 8-1. And even Alexis Power, who opened up the favorite, is 5-2 currently. So there's a lot you can like there.
a 5-2 on Alexis Power is not bad at all. Especially like between 8-1 and 5-2, it's very tempting to say the 8-1 is a better price, and of course it is because it pays more.
How was the 5-3 to 5 in the race?
That we were talking about that. Someone just placed one massive bet,
Yeah.
and that person might have been, let's see,
Rod, did you bet?
Ross Krogan.
What?
You didn't bet the 5, did you?
I don't like the 5.
Rod doesn't have the bankroll to do that.
I can't believe the 6 is 16-1. I mean, that's
I can't.
ridiculous. Why?
I mean, really was kind of flat last time. I think good for underneath. I don't think it's a win contender.
I do.
Okay.
I like the driver change. I like the connections. I think this horse's style is going to change. Could end up in the pocket here. There's a lot of suspect horses inside. You know, the favorite's going to have to come from way out of it to win. I mean, I think, you know, you could do a lot worse for 16-1, that's for sure.
I've seen many 16-1 shots that you indeed could do much worse with. In fact, I've given some of them out, not only today, but in recent weeks, in recent months, in recent years.
There's value all over the place now with the 5 being even money in the race.
Hey, that's
It's
what we look
early.
like.
I mean, you still got 8 minutes to post, but
Actually, I think it's 5, if I'm not mistaken.
oh, did my hotspot fill again?
It timed out a bit. There's priorities in.
I mean, it'd be nice if we could get some decent Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah. As I believe we have another giveaway.
We do. Pick a number.
From what?
1 to...
Let's see, 11.
1 to what?
Hold on.
Bum ba ba bum ba da bum bum ba ba da bum ba ba bum ba da bum 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 ba da bum ba dum bum ba dum bum bum ba da dum ba da bum ba da ba da bum bum ba da dum bum 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 ba da dum bum bum bum. That's the waiting music as Rod learns how to count. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, there we are. I'm meta. You missed me getting a picture with all the people getting a picture on the live feed.
How nice.
I know, it's a real bonding moment, I think, for all of
What
us.
did we decide on, Rob?
1 and 26.
1 and 26. Okay, I'm gonna have to say 15, Bob.
15. My name's not Bob.
I think James did Ray Charles there. Something like that.
Scott can't win again, Rock.
Tom Heavy from Ireland.
Hey!
Oh, that's going to be quite the shipping charge, Mr. Postman.
Yep.
Good thing if you work for the post office, you get free shipping.
No, you don't.
Oh, what?
They don't give nothing.
Ray's pulling out losers.
Hey, Rod, you want to do a raffle for my losing ticket?
No.
I'll sign it.
No. By the way, we are going to have a giveaway next
There,
week.
now it's completely worthless.
One of our giveaways next week at the Hamiltonian is going to be one of our NAHU shirts autographed by Brian Brown himself. Who's going to autograph that today? We're going to give that away
Hopefully
next
you
week
brought a
at the
marker with you, Rob.
Hamiltonian.
Along with my losing wager that I signed. Look at it.
Nobody wants it.
Jonesing for a Ray Cotolo signature.
It's a good signature. Look at how smooth. That's the smoothest signature I've done in a while.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a nice pen, too. Where do you get these? Swagging rights?
Didn't we have
Yes.
a Running Aces pen like floating around here?
It's in my pocket, I think. Yes.
But we got 1 minute to post here for race number 10.
Okay, now the odds are starting to adjust again. Alexis Power 6-5. I'm trigger happy 9-5. If you think that's value, good luck. I don't like that price at all on that horse. Especially off the 6 scratch and off the break. Although, Mike, could you say that maybe that's a sign that this horse is more live than we think?
Well, I mean, the horse is taking money. You have to pay attention to that always, I feel. Irregardless, if you think that it's, smart money or dumb money, you still have to pay attention to it. You just give it consideration like you do any other angle. So the horse is taking live money. It's just something else to consider.
And of course, there are many angles to consider. Of course, your right angles, your acute angles, and sometimes your more obtuse angles.
Mm-hmm. I think you need to consider the 18-1 on the 6 here.
I definitely like that horse underneath. Do you think maybe that she gets a socking spot?
Yeah, that's what I think. I expect a more forwardly placed, especially in this race where a lot of these like to sit. Yannick will have her moving early. Should get a spot and could trip out and win here.
5-1 on both the 2 and the 3.
Which I think is low. Personally,
No. That's fair. That's fair value on both of them.
I'd be more convinced on Mike's 19-1 shot than double A minute 5-1.
No.
Well, I mean, the 3 is valid in the race. 5-1's a little low, but
The horse I like most here is the 2, Rain on Me.
Oh, really? Really? Explain.
Made $200,000 last year.
Okay.
She got some class. She seems to be coming back to her old self now, and she's got 9 starts in on the year. Last week she was in with older mares, finished 3rd, raced very well. I like this horse from an inside post, and I do think this is a spot for this horse to kind of float off the wings and maybe make an early move toward the lead.
what kind of trip does she get in the race, though?
Well, that's what I just said. You wasn't listening.
Well, it's hard to hear you.
I said, I think he's going to float off the gate, get away close, and then try to make a move early.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Rod, I wasn't listening. What were you saying?
Yeah, I didn't explain it again.
Okay. 4-5 though on Alexa's Power. I mean, the tough thing about this race is if I was going to play exotics, I would want to use Sansevina, but I also wouldn't want to go too deep. I see Mike's got his tickets ablazing. $3 exacta box there. Not bad. That would pay well.
I think it's going to be okay. I mean, that's who I like.
He's boxing the 3, 6, and 7 here, which you'd probably exactas would probably be the way to go because trifectas there's too many variables for as many chalks as there
I
are
don't
in
play
this
tries
race.
anyway, so very rarely do I play tries. Unless I think there's an absolute standout, and then I will. But other than that,
I feel like that's a good approach. It's a little deep for my taste.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't like boxing more than 2 horses in exacta, but that's just me. I'd rather have more.
I don't know. I like a
Conference.
3-horse box, especially whenever I have prices. I mean, the 6 is one of the longer shots in the race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right now 3-6 exact is 110. 6-3 is at 131.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to leverage those combinations as much as the ones with the favorite. So, could I wheel the 7? Yeah, but I think that the 6 has a legitimate chance to win the race. So
I think in that case, why not just bet him to win also?
I could. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes I make mistakes in that regard.
So I mean, 14-1, you have to assume that's value.
Yeah. Oh, I do think it's value. I mean, a little win and place bet on the 6 is not really necessarily a bad idea. So I agree with you.
I'm sticking with my original pick to 2, but in the pick 4, I'm live to 2, 3, and 7 as they are
I'm live
turning
to
to
2,
the
3,
gate
6, 7 here.
for the last division of the Audio Volo.
Then we got the big race.
I'd probably just
The
pass.
Adios is next. Adios is next. $400,000 purse.
And no, we're not saying goodbye.
Yet.
There's still 20 races.
No, but there's 16.
Look, I rounded. They're going to the gate. Four to 5 favorite, the 7 Alexis Power. 9 to 2 on the 5, I'm Trigger Happy. 2 choices at 5 to 1, the 2 Rain on Me, and the 3 Double A Mint. Field of 7 lining up. Swinging around the turn. Into the backstretch, in motion, and approaching the start. Away and pacing from the outside, I'm Trigger Happy, firing for the top. ED's Well Said moves out to the inside, and Alexis Power from the far outside, all contesting for the front around that first turn. I'm Trigger Happy, and neck ahead of Alexis Power to the outside, now pushing past it, Take Command. Getting away third, ED's Well Said around the turn. Rain on Me's back fourth, beginning to edge to the outside in front of Double A Mint, fifth, then back to Dreams on Me and San Savina Hanover in the back of the pack as they move on to that opening quarter in 27-4. Alexis Power ahead of I'm Trigger Happy by a length and a half. Outside and moving, Rain on Me from fourth. Now to be third, now second, and beginning to stride up towards the favorite and the pace setter. Now to take a narrow lead past the 3/8 pole and moving to the clubhouse turn. Pacing fourth away still, ED's Well Said ahead of Double A Mint. Back then to the inside of San Savina Hanover, moving outside, and in the back remains Dreams on Me, now trailing this field to the half-mile station. In front, Rain on Me in 56-2, 28-3 that second quarter of the backstretch. Rain on Me ahead by a length and 3/4. Alexis Power locked in as I'm Trigger Happy, flushed first over to the backside with San Savina Hanover on her cover. Inside then locked in, ED's Well Said. Third over then in the back comes Double A Mint as they come onto the 3/4 pole. It's Rain on Me, a length in front. Outside, I'm Trigger Happy. Inside, waiting for room, Alexis Power as they pass 3/4 in 1:24. Around the final turn, in front, Rain on Me, and neck ahead, I'm Trigger Happy to the outside second. Inside, Alexis Power waiting for the passing lane, and on cover, Double A Mint tipping 3 wide into the stretch. Now Alexis Power trying to get up to the inside of Rain on Me. Rain on Me still in front. Alexis Power diving up the passing lane, deeper on the track. Double A Mint with I'm Trigger Happy in between. Alexis Power trying to get past Rain on Me. Alexis Power maybe narrowly ahead of Rain on Me there in 1:52.
Well, I told you exactly how the race was going to unfold, and it did.
But you lost.
No, I'm still alive, actually.
That's tight, though.
Well,
that's tight
yeah.
at the wire.
You would have liked the 2 better, though.
Way better.
Yeah. That's 4 to 5 over 9 to 2. Over, I think, 5 to 1 and 4 to 1. I think it was 3-5 for third and fourth. If I'm not mistaken.
Top 3 right there.
The big one's up next then. The Adios.
Another top 3.
7-2, 5-3. 4 to 5, 9 to 2. 4 to 1, 5 to 1. It was all the obvious ones.
The 2 would have been very nice for that pick 4. Inquiry.
Okay, so up on the 2.
I don't know what he did.
I think it's because she wasn't the favorite. You know what? Those inquiries where the favorite tries to lose and then like a long shot wins, so they go, "Oh, we gotta make sure that everything went right." James Witherite, of course, here. What was the last song you played to the parade? Yeah, I can't believe I didn't notice that. It's one of like the first songs I learned on my own on trumpet.
You didn't learn on my own, on your own.
I was expecting for you to do the want wah.
My arm's not long enough.
Fair enough, I guess. You take requests. There it is. I'm impressed that you know that from memory. Impressed is the right word. Jealous is a great word.
Yeah.
Envious.
You know what it's called, right?
Oh yeah, your arm's not long enough. I forgot. Wait, so you're gonna do the Rocky song?
That's what they usually do.
You should do a jazz version of it where that like swings halfway through. Well, you gotta take some artistic license. You got yours renewed too, right? You got your artistic license renewed?
Took care of that in the mail last week, actually.
Okay. No, you gotta do that. I'm still waiting for my poetic license.
Both my American and Canadian.
Oh, okay. The Canadian one's sometimes harder to get, and I think it's just because dual citizenship and such. Yeah. James Witherite, ladies and gentlemen. God help him if he is. All right, tote dividends.
Coming up right about
Alexa's Power 360, 280, 260. Rain on Me 440, 280, and the 5 I'm Trigger Happy 280. A $2 exact is 7.2, good for $13. The 725 trifecta 51.40. 51.40. That's more than I thought.
pretty good.
Favorites, basically.
Okay, Delvin Miller Adios.
It's a big one.
Let's see some odds when they come up. Hopefully they come up soon.
They're right there.
Excusez-moi, okay. 4 to 5 on Dorsaduro. That makes sense. Hitman Hill's 9 to 1. That's not gonna stand.
Was 5.5 to 1 last time.
You gotta think these elimination winners though should take more money than that.
Well, American history 6 to 1.
I just think it's like a really great name for a race because of how often the crowds just pour out after the big race. This one's literally called the Adios.
I don't know, pretty nice
We got
crowd here.
20
They'll probably
minutes.
pour upstairs.
20 minutes to discuss this one.
It's a long time.
Here's what I'm proposing. Let's all talk about why Dunwell's going to win this race and then do nothing for the next 18 minutes.
Great.
Yeah,
That seems wise.
Okay, so as you can see, Mike has become the tote. Now,
no.
wait, no, Rod. Pull it back. Come on. Oh, wait.
It's not up yet.
It's not going to do it live. Dang it. Dang it. I wanted to emphasize my true strength as a broadcaster. That I am capable of moving both those on the physical plane and the virtual plane.
There you go. It's virtually there now.
Those are the odds. And the replay of the 10th. Those are the odds for the 11th, the Delvin Miller Adios 52nd edition. The pace for the Orcans.
Lost some money for the 8.
Oh, think big, dream big. That's because they saw Jordan Stratton in the air and they said, man, this guy's so calm, cool, and collected. Also, that guy was bombarding him for some reason.
Who was that? I missed that.
Long shots. Let's talk long shots because we all think Dunwell has a decent chance.
I think you're
Yeah.
going to get a price there, too.
Because Dunwell's not done anything wrong. He has done more than well. He has done phenomenally, even though he hasn't won. He goes these tough miles and still performs well week in, week out off of them. Comes in off a 27-1 off the pace effort. So you got to think with how the race could potentially set up. Even though the track's been kind of front heavy towards the end of the card, Dunwell's going to be well situated potentially because this race would have to set up where American History leaves, which we know he has speed. Hitman Hill's going to be going because he wants that pocket spot. Dorsaduro shouldn't go to the front. He's so much better first over. Even though he went in that fast pace and the Meadowlands pace, I think he'd still do better grinding even if they were going really fast. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yes
But
and
who does
no.
he bring into the race?
That's a good point. Dunwell's won.
You know, since we have time, from the inside out, summer travel, what does he do here? He could be the horse that kind of screws the race up and makes things difficult for other horses here. The 2, GD Western Joe, is going to go, but he's not going to fire and park everybody. He's going to
Even
be
though I
one
told him to.
just to leave and secure his position. The 3, Hitman Hill, he's likely going to fire, and he's going to fire hard. I think he wants
I don't
the
think
front.
so. I think he's from off of it. He's not going to fire.
No, he's going.
You think?
He's got to go.
He's going to get to the front
Is he
and
going to
look.
beat the 4 to the front?
He's going to make the front, and then he's going to let somebody go.
Because he's got no speed to his inside, so he can easily get to the rail.
Okay. I thought the 2 was going. I heard that somewhere.
2's not going to be.
No, I
the
said
3 can outsprint the 2.
The 2 is going to go to secure position.
Okay.
The 4, he's kind of a wild card as well because we know he can leave, and when he's good, he's good. When he's not good, he's really bad.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Absolute picture-perfect analysis.
It really is for this horse. But with that said, he could go as well if he's as good as he was last week. He should be firing.
So it's a review where it go. Keep going.
Yeah, Dorsaduro, I see him coming from off of it today. He could go, but I don't think he's gonna today. This is the type of race that he's gonna be best suited, maybe on a first over grind. The 6 Dunwell is in a perfect spot because he's got a ton of speed inside of him, and he should come up second over behind Dorsaduro Hanover here. If he does that, I think he wins the race, and he's my top selection. 7 West of Light, another one. He's kind of a wild card. Does he leave or does he duck? I think he ducks here. They just line him up and look for a covered up trip. The 8 Think Big, Dream Big. We talked to Jordan about him earlier, Jordan Stratton, and he was basically saying he needs the fractions up front. So that kind of implies that he's probably going to be ducking here. And then the 9 Babes Dig Me, just not enough from this post to be able to get there. So I see him just sitting in the back trying to pick up a check.
Mike was saying this is picture-perfect analysis, so I took the liberty while you were talking to not listen to you and draw out this picture, which, as you can see here on the live feed, okay, so here, here's Rod right here with his sunglasses, and then right next to him is me with my big hair, and my shirt says I'm with Stupid, and it's pointing to Rod, and then Mike has a shirt over here that says I agree. So that's the picture-perfect analysis, at least how I interpreted it.
Yeah,
What
no,
you were
it was
saying.
actually the perfect analysis.
The picture was perfect, yes.
No, the picture was terrible. The analysis was perfect.
Does his shirt not say I agree, Mike?
No. 6 to 1 on the 6. The 8's taking way more money than I expected currently.
And by the way, your shirt on there does not have an arrow on it.
You don't know
My
that.
shirt says NAHUpicks.com. I don't know what yours says.
That's what mine says.
Mine says,
Junk.
find me in a speakeasy.
Thrift shop.
It's a thrift shop. No, it says it says internal pain, not thrift shop. Think Big Dream Big took a lot of money in the pace though too, didn't he? Went off what, 9 to 1?
Would you consider that a lot of money?
I think that's a lot of money. He opened up 5 to 1. I remember in the pace.
5 to 1.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know how you remember those kind of things. But
I mean,
I
you're
covered it.
currently current favorite is the 5 Dorsaduro Hanover, as expected, and Dunwell, who is all 3 of our. I think you're on Dunwell as well. All 3 of our top pick, Dunwell, 5 to 1, and not just because Brian Brown is one of our sponsors, because we think this horse can win the race.
how about American history taking absolutely no action whatsoever?
10 to 1, yeah. That's strange, especially since he was even money, winning the elimination last week.
With a first over move. I mean, he was good last week.
I wonder if they're looking at his effort in the pace and going, oh, he's just going to go to the front again and he's going to collapse. Which is possible. It's certainly possible.
Well, I mean, he's in a good spot early. That's the thing. He
He's
might
valuable.
end up first over. If he doesn't leave, he's got to leave to have a chance here, because if he comes first over, I think he has no chance.
What about West Delight here? He's 50 to 1 from post 7.
You talk about horses that can mess the race up. I mean, this is something that, he decides to go. He's had outside posts. He's shown speed in the past. He's won 5 times this year. He raced well in the North American Cup. This horse has class. And, he's an interesting horse from this post, especially with Callahan. If he decides to go, that could really shake things up a little.
Especially since, too, he'd probably be trying to go for that pocket spot But at the same time, I mean, I would kind of worry that he'd end up parking the mile there, but
Right.
he's 50-1.
Well, he's 50 right now.
Yeah. Which, I mean, 50-1 shots like this, who have a decent chance, I wouldn't mind playing.
Okay, I mean, if you want to take 50-1 at the horse, the horse was 6-1 last time from the 8-hole.
Was the favorite in his cup elimination.
And got the front. So, I mean, he's capable of speed. I think it sets up for closers, personally. I think there's just going to be like 2 or 3 moves early. They're not going to go around their single foul by any means.
Well, I mean, look at Wes Delight's best races. It's where he sits the pocket.
And he could get it, but the problem is everybody wants it. So, and then whoever does get it might not necessarily want it late if, the front end's starting to cave in. So,
God, if only Bolt the Doer was here. He made things so easy. He would always he would always get the pocket and then he'd just go by.
But that track was ridiculously fast that day, and they went 1, 2, 3 around the racetrack. So,
well, I mean, it also helps that a rock and roll dance set them up to 3/4 and 19 and change.
Right. Very fast. I think that's the fastest race in the history of the Meadows.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Currently 11 minutes to post for the
And
Adios.
it'll be longer than that.
Give or
because they
take.
They should start bringing them out pretty soon.
I hope so. Whoa, that scroll bar, slow down a bit. Whoa, Nelly. That's
Yeah,
bad.
they blast that thing, and then they stop it.
Okay. Whew. I was getting a little anxious. Can you tell I'm getting anxious? I'm clapping my hands.
Oh,
Huh.
somebody kicked the camera.
Oh, did they?
People are very intelligent and know how to walk. If you see a camera, don't walk on it.
Oh, it's good advice. Currently, Rod's giving instructions of how to adjust the camera while my nose itches.
I'm going to stand here and guard it.
Good idea. Just remember, don't bring your firearms into the casino.
Mike's our camera guard guy.
Cameraman.
Our camera guard guy.
10 minutes to post. I can't believe there's 5 more races after this. Like, it feels like this should be it.
It really should. Because everybody's leaving anyways.
Yeah. I gotta get to the Meadowlands. Well, not until next week. But if I walk there now, I'd probably get there in time. I do mean if.
Huge crowd here.
A big crowd, all crowding around us.
Yes.
And then they're gonna hear me calling the race 10
And then
seconds
leave.
behind. No, 10 seconds behind. That's confusing. Are they ever gonna come onto the track?
Even money on
doubtful.
Dorsadoro. That's crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Adios has been canceled. That's right. Adios! And then Roger Houston gets his suitcase. He's walking away. He has the trophy in it. He's looking around. See, this is the stuff that I come up with in my mind because real life is so boring that this is what I gotta do
Is it?
to keep myself entertained. Yeah.
Fantastic.
For me,
Yes.
not really for you guys.
United's trying to get me to upgrade my flight for next week. So, United people, if you're watching, just do it for free. We'll give you free ads. How about that?
That's what we want. We care about rod upgrades for later dates.
Yeah, I find it ironic that there is an airport or an airline called United when people are their least united in an airport. Like, people have the common decency to recognize you're a person by, not running into you with their luggage when they have somewhere else to be. But other than that, there's no other human interaction. Like, you could not exist in an airport and never know it. It's like that Ricky Gervais movie, Ghost Town, where he doesn't know he's dead until he starts talking with the ghosts. It's like, you don't know if you're alive. If James was here, he'd understand as a fellow philosopher. But we have 9 minutes to go
Let's
here.
bring James back.
James.
He can take my chair.
James. Bada, bada.
He can play the trumpet.
What do we have after?
He can talk to Ray.
We have, after
next
this race,
2 hours.
there's 3 divisions of Arden Downs, followed by 8 divisions of Arden Downs, and then 5 overnight races with 10 more divisions of the Arden Downs. I think there's a preferred pace.
There's a decent race. The last race is really nice.
Yeah, up through
The
Race
16th race.
race 14. Up through race 14 is actually very good racing, stakes racing. But basically,
Paul Kelly's
everybody
horse.
is going to be leaving.
Where's Paul? Is he here?
Let's see.
Everybody will be leaving driver-wise after that 14th race.
Marcus is staying.
As he said. Because I don't think he has any drives tonight at the Meadowlands. I think he's just going home. Which, isn't that the life of a driver? Have an afternoon car and then just be able to go home.
Well, he's not going home, he's staying.
Oh, staying here?
Yeah.
Are there more stakes this week?
No. He drives at Pocono tomorrow. Pocono and Chester.
He lives near Pocono, though.
Yeah.
So he'd go home.
No, he's staying right here. He's going to Chester first.
This
Tomorrow.
will be a long post parade. They usually start it pretty early, and they'll play Rocky for 15 minutes.
Do you understand how maps work?
Yeah, but I want James to start playing this, so asking you shall receive. Here we go, the post parade for the Adios.
Oh, and he did it in a different key. Ooh la la!
Fancy guy.
Now we can introduce this field. Rod did it somewhat quickly and mediocrely. Mediocrely. Now let me do it in my super voice.
Yeah, don't do it like that.
Well, I'm not going to do it like that, but it's more so to emphasize, this bass is going to destroy our set. I should do this like an NPR guy coming onto the track now.
We need a subwoofer. Set it right behind us.
You want to talk about things that would destroy the set? You get any deep 808, it's going to destroy. Your computer's going to shatter.
How funny would it be though if they just started playing Chief Keef instead of the Rocky theme?
35-1 here. Summer Travel coming onto the track, owned here by the
Wrong
West Wind
track.
Stable, Mac Nickel, and Calhoun Racing. Trained here by Andrew Harris. Dave Miller's driving this 3-year-old bay gelding by Western Ideal. Winner of 5 races and 11 starts. He's the one. Summer Travel. I gotta be the foil to Roger here by being soft-spoken. Up next, after the 1, of course, logically, is the 2. GD Western Joe, owned here by the Burke Racing Stable and Henshot Stable, along with Jerry and Teresa Silva, Purnell and Libby, and Weaver and Buscemi. Ron Burke is the trainer, and Dave Pallone. In behind this 3-year-old colt by Real Desire, winner of 5 races and 22 starts, he's the 2, GD Western Joe. Yep, there it is. They like to pause the music, and it sounds really weird. You guys feel an earthquake? On-set jokes. The 3 horse then, because 3 comes after 2, it's Hitman Hill. He's the 3. Owned by Tom Hill and North Fork Racing Stable, trained here by Chris Oakes. Brett Miller driving a 3-year-old American Ideal gelding, winner of 9 races and 15 starts. The 3, Hitman Hill. Currently on the board, 9-2. He's one of 2 elimination winners heading into this race. Of course, there were only 2 eliminations, so that means there's only 1 other elimination winner after the 3 Hitman Hill. That's the 4, American History. I said that's the 4, American History. It's the 5, Dorsador Hanover, I guess. Owned here by Burke Racing, Silva, Jerry and Teresa Silva, Purnell and Libby, and Weir Buscemi. Ron Burke trains, this time Matt Cacaly in the bike. Behind this 3-year-old gelding by Some Beach Somewhere, winner of 6 races and 23 starts, he's the 5, Dorsaduro Hanover, and the 6-5 favorite. As I was saying, the other elimination winner, the 4, American History. The 4, American History. Any moment. Okay, I guess we're trying to erase American history. It's not the first time we've done that. The 6, Dunwell. Owned here by Jay Stanbaugh, the Wingfield brothers, along with M. Lehman and A. Keith. Brian Brown, the trainer. He won this last year with Fear the Dragon. Tim Tetrick in the bike. Behind the 6, Dunwell. 3-year-old colt by Well Said, a winner of 5 races and 10 starts. I'm doing like an NPR thing since Roger is like a WWE announcer. It's a nice contrast. Also, American history has just been erased, which isn't the first time that's happened.
I can join the NPR team if you like.
You want to? National Broadcasting Radio, Public Radio, introduces Well Said, the 7. Owned here by Rick Phillips, Dina, Rachel Frost, and trainer Mark Harder. Corey Callahan driving the 3-year-old colt by Better's Delight. Winner of 8 races and 21 starts is the 7, West Delight. Where's American history? He just disappeared? He's got to be somewhere around here. Up next, Think Big, Dream Big. Owned here by the Brixton Medical Incorporation, John Fielding, and G.N. Anderberg. Jimmy Tactor conditions the 3-year-old son of Better's Delight. Jordan Stratton pilots this winner of 4 races and 8 starts. Unraced at 2, raced at 3. He thinks big, he dreams big. He's Think Big, Dream Big. And number 9, Babes Dig Me. Can't say I relate to that. Brad Grant owns with Joe Sabraco, RJ LeBlanc, and in the gym partners, Tony Alania trains with Jim Panteliano. In behind the Sun Beach Somewhere Colts, winner of 2 races and 18 starts. He's the 9, Babes Dig Me. I licked my chops there, to make it equally creepy. Now, American history can come out anytime. There he is. You thought he disappeared, but you can't mess with American history. Brittany Farms LLC owns with Marvin Katz and American History Partners. Tony Alania conditions the son of American Ideal. Yannick Gingras driving the winner of 6 races and 13 starts. And he's the other elimination winner, the 4, American History. That's the field of 9 for the Goodbye Stakes. $400,000 purse. 52nd edition. Pace. What are orchids?
They're flowers.
Whoa. You thought this out.
Yes, I did.
He thought this out. James Witherite's wearing orchid-colored things. We're not going to show you because this is the live feed at this point.
Sorry.
Look at that crowd. You had to go through all of those people. That must have taken you a while.
Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful crowd. The tarmac is just jam-packed here today. Thousands upon thousands. Well, of course, it is the signature day here at the Meadows, and Western Pennsylvania has just come out in droves for this tradition.
Now I'm curious if you're having the same problem as me. I've been walking around, and I've been having to tell people for the 1,000th time, I'm not Academy Award nominated actor Jonah Hill. I feel like you'd have that problem too.
I'd be more inclined to be mistaken for Claude Rains, quite frankly. But
whoa! What a reference! I got vertigo from that. Reference to the,
indeed,
the Hitchcock movie.
Indeed.
Now I'm curious, James, in this race.
Oh, hi, Rod.
This race, what you see here, how you think the race is going to unfold, and things like that.
Dorsetero Hanover, it's at 6-5. I think it's a very deserving favorite. I mentioned a few races ago in passing that I felt the race went through him. In his elimination, he worked hard to get the lead. Kept rolling through a 27-4 second quarter. Ultimately, just got nabbed by Hitman Hill, a horse whom I feel, although he was involved to get early position and in fact clear the lead, a horse that I felt tripped out to win. Dorsetero Hanover really fought exceptionally hard in the Meadowlands pace. to press the pace on the far turn through a 27-3 third quarter, and then ultimately got upended by Courtly Choice, who's really been at the top of the class among the Glamour boys this year. So a very respectable second in East Rutherford to Courtly Choice, and then to just get nabbed by a trip horse last time out. I really think Dorsett-Earl Hanover is the key to this race. I know you've got Dunwell indicated on your program after he lifted into second behind American History last time out, but Dorsett-Earl Hanover, he's really proved himself well, even in the face of defeat, and he proved that he can grind out a first over journey, he can set the pace, and he can even lift off cover too, as he did to take third in the pace elimination on 7-7. So versatility and consistency at the top class, two things that I really like to see. And Ron Burke's been having a heck of a day too, so that doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. His barn kind of heated up this week, where the weeks prior they were all just kind of going around the track, not doing much, and this week they really started racing well, and perfect time for his barn to wake up again with all these smaller stakes races on the undercard, and then of course right here in the Adios. But I'm sticking with Dunwell on top. I played a try. My try is 6 with the 4-5-8 with 3-4-5-8, and I did actually play it, and I bet some win money on the 6 there at 9-2 currently. So hopefully he can get there for me. And
I think Big Dream Big's a fascinating 9-2 option here. Rallied off cover to just miss Hitman Hill by half a length. I should say, at 4-1, but Dorset Hanover is the 6-5 favorite as they move into line.
And I'm Ray Catolo.
Here for the Adios, and we're going to go to Ray Catolo.
Right, here we go.
He's got Adios 52 here on NAHU.
Big show.
Inside out, Summer Travel, GD Western Joe, Hitman Hill to the inside, center. American History, Dorsett-Earl Hanover, Dunwell to the outside, Wes Delight, Think Big, Dream Big, and Babes Dig Me. 52nd edition of the Adios swings into the backstretch. They're in motion and approaching the start. Often pacing from the inside, GD Western Joe pushes out for position. Outside of him, Hitman Hill, and from the center, Dorsett-Earl Hanover. Moving out for the front with American History getting away fourth around the turn. Inside, Summer Travels fifth, then as Dunwell floats away sixth. Think Big, Dream Big wide of him seventh. They're then back to West Delight, and Babes Dig Me trails this field around the first turn of the opening quarter. Dorsett-Earl Hanover clears command here by a length and a quarter from Hitman Hill sitting second, back third, then American History with GD Western Joe fourth in 26 and 3/5. Moving into the stretch first time. Summer Travels fifth, outside from sixth. Dunwell moving with Think Big, Dream Big second over on that cover. Babes Dig Me third over with Wes Delight locked in as here comes American History off the rail from fourth. Now to go moving after the leader, Dorsett-Earl Hanover moving into the clubhouse turn. Still sitting in the pocket, Hitman Hill. Shuffled back, locked in, GD Western Joe as they move on to the half-mile station, led here by the favorite. Dorsett-Earl Hanover passes the half in 55-1, 28-3 that second quarter. Hitman Hill locked to the inside, now moves back to third as American History begins his charge outside, up to be second within a length of the lead coming to the three-quarter pole. Second up in that flow, Dunwell. Shuffled back to the inside, then GD Western Joe third over, then comes Think Big, Dream Big with Summer Travel. They're then followed by to the back, Wes Delight trying to move outside with Babes Dig Me in front of the three-quarter pole. Dorsett-Earl Hanover, a neck in front, outside American History in 1:22-3 around the final turn. Hitman Hill waiting for the passing lane. Dunwell is off cover. Then deeper on the track comes Think Big, Dream Big as they move to the top of the stretch. Leading the way, Dorsett-Earl Hanover. American History outside trying to power pass. Deeper on the track, Think Big, Dream Big. Dorsett-Earl Hanover holding sway. American History chases. Dorsett-Earl Hanover wires them in the Adios. American History second. Hitman Hill third. From Think Big, Think Dream Big charging late, but settling for fourth in 1:50 and 1/5. That's all they went 50-1? Yeah. $400,000 race. They went 50-1.
Stole it on the front.
These are the races I live for.
Dorsett-Earl stole it on the front end at
6-5. 5-4-3-8.
All
Good
the numbers there.
Good for Jordan to get a check.
No excuse for the 6 whatsoever. Stone cold perfect trip.
We'll have to talk to Brian about that.
Well, I mean,
Come on.
They went too slow.
They did go really slow. That final quarter was in what? That was, oh God, that was so slow. Wow. We've seen faster setups, especially in this race. They played it conservatively, and Kaylee took advantage of that.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that's kind of the catch-22 of these races as well. So many people look like they're leaving that everyone thinks, oh, okay, instinctively, I'm going to go back. But then they end up all floating back, and it sets up for that one guy who took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Which that's racing.
And that's a race where you didn't want to see that happen because you knew if it did, the Dorsoduro wasn't going to get beat. And it ended up happening, and, favorite ends up winning for the Burks and Macakali. And
is this his first Adios, Kakali?
I believe so, yeah.
Burks' first Adios?
No. I don't think so.
I can't think of what years he won.
I should have asked Mark last night. I was hanging out with Mark Weaver.
5-4-3-8. That when I saw Hitman Hill was in the pocket, I thought that he was a dangerous threat. Not just a threat, a dangerous one. But then again, they were so slow.
Yeah, that was the key.
And when you saw Dorsoduro, how fast he kicked home in the Meadowlands pace, the fact that he got away with that, it was over. It was over at the 3/4.
Yeah, because he's a horse. He doesn't mind taking air. He can sit outside. He can grind one out. And, this is kind of his old style of racing going on the front. So, I really thought he would have to go more than he did early.
And right now, we say to the crowd, Adios!
Yeah.
Adios! They're pouring out right now. There's more races. This is only the 11th race. There's 30 today.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the midnight card. The midnight show. Midnight special. In case you're wondering, that's Dorsoduro Hanover if you're just tuning in.
Big crowd in the winner's circle.
We didn't get invited.
The whole Burke family is here.
We're somehow related to the Burks, aren't we?
They have a...
Jesus Christ.
This is their family reunion this weekend, so the whole family's there. Good for them to win this race while the family's here.
Yeah, we can't sneak in there.
Huge supporters of the show.
Could you imagine this on the feed that we just went silent for like a minute? You see us, hi, walking by. Not even stayed for the pictures. Hi.
Well, Burke finally got his audio. So.
He hasn't won one, right?
Right.
That's what I thought.
Look at this winner's circle.
That's what I was saying. We should be there. Everyone and their sisters in there.
Rod, you should be in there.
That's
you
what
work for the
I was telling. I was telling Ray a minute ago. Burke's family reunion is this weekend.
Oh, nice.
So they're all here.
Well, that horse was never in danger of losing.
No. They went too slow and let him walk around.
Now, everyone from left to right in the frame, we got Tony, you see there in the blue shirt. You got Ron in the colors. Oh, there goes Denise. Denise is walking right past now, talking with Ron. Oh, Craig just came up, and he's the older guy.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
Here comes Giuseppe in the suit. he's giving them the Adios trophy. Giuseppe gave the Adios trophy to Ron. Of course, there you see Kakali. He drove the horse. Right next to him is Daniel. Right in behind Daniel.
That's Mark Weaver.
I knew who that was too, and I wanted to purposely get the name wrong. In case you're just tuning in, Dorsoduro Hanover won the Adios. Odds of 6-5, $400,000 race. I am not doing a bit when we are saying adios to this crowd right now. They are pouring out.
Big time.
We still have 5 more to go.
Maybe that's because they all realize we don't have to stay here if NAHU's covering it for us.
Right.
So then they're all going to watch us on their phones while they're driving the highway and they crash. Well, it's not our fault because we told them not to do that. Beginning of every show, do we not say, don't listen and drive? Don't watch and drive? Don't drive and drive. Don't drive and text. Don't drink and text. Don't drink and drive.
Don't block the left lane. That's the only thing I care about.
Yeah, you don't care about people's safety.
No.
You just care about getting your destination. Not even on time. You'll get there on time even if they're in front of you.
So they are doing
5, 4, 3, 8. Do you want to take a break?
We got prices coming up. We're going to break right after the prices come up for the final here.
Sounds good.
And we're just going to leave the feed up. That way you guys can watch the feed and enjoy that. So
here's Tote Dividends.
There you go.
Dorset Duro Hanover 440, 280, 260. The 4 American History 580, 380, and then the 3 Hitman Hill 280. $2 exacta 5-4, $21.80. The $2 trifecta 5-4-3, $49.40. The 50-cent superfecta 5-4-3-8, $37.70. It was really easy as 5-4-3.
yeah.
And with that, we move on to the second half of this program, which is the one where no one's here. So we'll be back with more 3 Wide live from the Adios after the Adios. With the rest of the card after this.
So I want to thank all of you for letting me come back here to see, what really happens backstage. It's an honor for me to be able to be in front of all of you, especially you and you and you. But I do have to say that there's money on the line out there, and you don't want to go out on the track and do something that seems a little bit iffy. Just get that extra check because it might come back to haunt you a bit later. So clean and fair competition is all I want to see from all you guys. All right? Yes.
Can I pick up a pylon and hold it until the stretch and then throw it to somebody passing me?
That to me does not sound clean and fair. That sounds, in fact, not clean and very unfair, and also kind of inconvenient. So, are you getting off the horse, or no? Okay, yes.
Is it all right if you're gonna loop the field and drag your whip in a manner and then flip off the judges or anything?
I mean,
that's not okay.
If the camera doesn't see it, but it doesn't seem like a good idea because the camera could always keep that. Yes.
Is it okay if I drink this during the race?
No. I can get you pulled over by the horsey police that are following you around the track there. That's a bad idea. That's very unfair, very unclean. I'd check your liver if I were you. Okay, so. Yes.
Is it okay to challenge somebody with a foot race after the race?
I don't see anything wrong with that. That seems pretty.
What if he's over 65?
And
he has tennis shoes and you have boots.
So he's old and he's not wearing shoes?
But he's from California.
No, he wears tennis shoes.
He's from California.
But if they're tennis shoes and he's from California, doesn't that mean he's fit and vegan?
Actually, he is.
Then he's definitely clean, and that to me seems unfair for whoever's going against him.
Yeah, because they have boots on.
Look, I just want to see you guys out there racing those horses as fairly as you possibly can. All right. So do we have everyone clear on that? Clean and fair. No drinking and driving. No pylons. No middle fingers. Foot races are okay, but I'm focused more on the horse foot races.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that seems clean and fair to everybody. I feel like that's a no. Someone's hiding something.
Juan, what do you think?
Juan?
¿Cómo estás?
That's tú, Juan.
Oh, that's...
¿Es correcto si pateas el caballo cuando va en la carrera?
Sí.
Sí.
Sí. Sí. Yeah.
That sounds clean and fair to me. Go out and do that. Everyone follow his lead, all right? That's what I want to see, okay?
Which is fair.
So we're gonna end this on a chant, all right? Clean and fair.
No.
Clean and fair.
Never.
I'm hooking somebody.
Dandy Farms is proud to announce the arrival of Sire World of Rock and Roll to Illinois. Regally bred World of Rock and Roll is by Rock and Roll Hanover out of Worldly Beauty, an earner of $1.9 million, and from the family that sired $3 million champion pacer Captain Treacherous. World of Rock and Roll, a winner on the Grand Circuit, has sired foals with a total of over $3.3 million in earnings, including 2-year-old filly pacer of the year in Ohio, Bad Girls Rule. Standing at Walker Standardbreds for $1,500, call Dandy Farms at 312-446-8310 or go to dandyfarm.com and book your mare today.
Join us September 3rd, 2018 at the annual Illini Classic Yearling Sale. Over 100 yearlings from top Illinois sires such as Doomside Perch, Sagebrush, Sportsmaster, Cassis, Pizzazzed, and many others will be sold. Recent sales graduates include 2018 Cardinal winner Holden Steady and 2017 Illinois 3-year-old Colt Pacer of the Year Captain Red. Visit IlliniClassic.com for details. The Illini Classic Yearling Sale, where champions are found.
LeBlanc Designs has been in the harness racing business for over 20 years. Based in Truro, Nova Scotia, and beginning with clients from Truro Raceway, LeBlanc Designs now offers handcrafted and personalized helmet designs to some of harness racing's top drivers, including Tim Tetrick, Hall of Famer David Miller, Corey Callahan, and many more. LeBlanc Designs also offers airbrushing and vinyl designs for hockey masks, motorcycle helmets, and guitars. For more information, go to LeBlancDesigns.com or call it 902-899-7922. Pure horsepower comes out of Hickory Lane Farms. Just look at some of these fine foals by stallions including Uncle Peter, McCardle, Desjambro, Racing Hill, and new to Hickory Lane in 2018, What the Hill. Hickory Lane Farms, located in Findlay, Ohio. Book your mare today at 419-422-3004 or visit HickoryLaneFarm.com. for more information.
Welcome back. When we last left off, hi, how you doing? Please no flash photography unless necessary. Door-to-door Hanover won the Adios. Hopefully Brian Brown will be stopping by so we can see if Dunwell's doing okay. They're getting called to the track for this next race. Another division of the Arden Downs. It's the 12th race.
Still a good crowd here.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that a lot of people decide to stick around. Although I did see a lot of them, too, also heading for the casino, which is also coincidentally the way to the exit.
Yeah.
But this is 3-0 Philly Trotters. Some horses that decided not to go to the Hambletonian Oaks, which, again, the eliminations for that are tonight at the Meadowlands. I have analysis of that card up over at NAHUpicks.com. Aside from that, let's get some odds.
6 is being bet pretty heavy here.
6, Ms. American Muscle, really? Jenny Melander horse. Huh. Even money, wow. Southland Angelica 7-2, okay. Kenzie Sky Hanover 7-2, all right. Where's all this money on the 6 coming from? Pallone?
I knew the 6 was going to get overbet here.
Really?
Yeah.
What am I missing?
Connections or what? Cologne?
I see Pallone.
I mean, the horse fits. I personally, I talked to Dirk Simpson last night. He says he likes his horse a little bit.
Fish is Fish.
Fish is Fish, the 2 horse here, at 10-1 currently.
How about the 4 7-1 run?
I mean, I give it to you. She's been going up against better in this division. And this is kind of the collection of the misfits of the soft Philly Trotter division. Made that break because of interference last time, so that's at least a positive sign. There's nothing really wrong, especially since she's 8-1. I could see that. I could see you punched it already.
I mean, that's my top pick. I think, that race 2 back's legitimate. No chance last time. This horse has some back numbers to go back to. It's just as good as any in here, I think.
Someone's being held up in the paddock right now.
Well, there's no 8 in the race, so
Oh. Or maybe that's not. However, there's a $10,000 guaranteed pick 5 starting in the 12th race. That's this race. I think you guys talked about it, if I was not mistaken.
I have a ticket up on NAHUpicks.com.
If you could remind us what that ticket is.
It's the 1-4 here with the 2 in the next. The 1-3-7 with the 1-3-4-6 with the 1-2-4-5-6. That last race is pretty wide open. It's $60.
One thing I did want to note is when I was going to powder my nose, I looked out at the track, and there was one horse that caught my eye warming up. It's Donato's Jewel in the 14th race.
Okay.
What's the NAHU pick 5 here? I didn't hear it.
Well, again, for Deafy McSnorepants over here.
So the pick 5 I punched at, like I said, it's the 1-4 here with the 2, with the 1-3-7, with the 1-3-4-6, with the 1-2-4-5-6 in the last.
So that's how much you got?
$60.
$60.50. Going deep. Hope for a price, I bet.
Did you put it in?
Yeah.
I mean, the only price I'm seeing is, I'm agreeing with you, Mike, DeBama 7-1 is not a bad price. I have the 14th race open by mistake, just because I was talking about Donato's Jewel. But I think if you're playing a pick 5, it's probably worth using. Maybe one of those serendipity things where that's the horse that just stood out to me. That's all. She looked nice. Had a good gait, which is good, especially since that horse has been breaking her last couple of starts. But, of course, against the 14th race. This is the 12th. Now 8-5 on Kenzie Sky Hanover. Makes sense that she's the favorite now, but she always seems like an underneath type. Every time.
But the last 2 races here, Nauer's a 4, won both times quite easily as the favorite. Doesn't exactly have to face killers in the race. Draws perfect. Should be out and moving early.
And then Southwind Angelica's 3-1 off the break, but does have a lot of back class. She could take a gate to wire.
I don't know. I'm not too big. Rod likes this horse. I really do not.
Oh, okay.
But again, you could talk me into anything in this race.
Yeah, I don't really think...
3-1's way too short, though.
I agree that it's short, but I definitely do think that she's a contender. I wouldn't be betting her at that price. Who else we got here? 15-1 on With Me Always. Paul Kelly trained horse. Paul, a friend of the show, but that doesn't mean I'll like his horse automatically. This horse had some issues, scratched last time out. Most likely just because of the slop. It's a personal scratch, so maybe the personal thing was, I don't want to get dirty. It's too much work.
Could be transportation. There's a lot of different things for personal scratch.
But this filly likes to stick from off the pace, maybe underneath as a long shot.
Maybe. It looks a little cheap to me, but has had outside posts, so that's one thing.
And right now we're currently talking because Rod is scrambling for a pick 5 as he's looking at the last couple of races. And of course, Starry Starlet's the longest shot on the board, 35-1. Rich Gillick, trained filly by Donato Hanover, won last time out, going nearly wire to wire, but otherwise hasn't really done too well, even against weaker horses.
Well, just cleared onwards of 2 here. Gets Jingra. Could be up against it from this post.
I feel like of these conditioned horses moving up, Fish's Fish makes the most sense at 11-1, having a relative chance. The Bomb's going down in price.
They offered this horse for a tag 2 back, though. I'm not necessarily a fan of that.
I'm not either, but I also think it's positive that she made a big jump in class last time out and still finished second.
Yeah, I got a perfect trip from the inside. Basically just went second the whole way around the racetrack. But a much improved effort for sure. I'm just curious what kind of trip she gets here against some of the better ones.
You don't really feel that she could try and work that out again?
She could. I mean, she very easily could end up in the pocket here again. This is a difficult race to set up because of the gate issues. A lot of different class levels in here. I think it's very difficult.
I think if the 3 stays flat, 3-1-2, with the 1 and the 2 in any order, 1 or second.
Yeah.
1 or second or third. As I kind of really want to play that.
Ray's getting up.
Excuse-me. Poor favor.
Ray's going to the window. Here I am by myself again. Rod at the window. Ray at the window. You don't see me getting up to bed. No. They're going to the gate here. Ray better hurry. Especially if he's going to call this race, because I'm not. 8-1 on the 4. Who's my top pick? 4-5 now on the 1, which probably is a little low here, but this horse certainly does like this racetrack. 4-1 on the 6.
They are behind the gate. Ray took off.
Ray went to the window. Ray coming back.
Field 7 for the first of 2 divisions of the Arden Downs Trot. Yeah, I'm going to try to call this race.
I don't know.
I got this.
I have it.
Here's Ray. Often trotting from the inside, Kenzie Sky Hanover leaves well, as does Southwind Angelica. With in between them, Fish's Fish. Getting away to be third, moving to that first turn, Ms. American Muscle. Tucks into fourth with the Bomb back fifth. They're then followed by, towards the back of the pack, Starry Starlet. And with me always, this long way back around that first turn. In control here, Southwind Angelica. By a length and a quarter over Kenzie Sky Hanover sitting in the pocket. Back third, Fish's Fish, with Ms. American Muscle sitting fourth. 28-1 that opening panel through the stretch first time. Southwind Angelica sets the tempo, leads by 2. Kenzie Sky Hanover tracks from second. Fish's Fish then gapped out 3.5 third in front of Ms. American Muscle fourth. Ahead of DeBomb fifth, Starry Starlet sixth, and nowhere to be seen with me always, without me in the back. Half-mile bound, Southwind Angelica continues on the front. Kenzie Sky Hanover tracks from second. Fish's Fish third, 57-1 the halftime. 29 seconds that second quarter to the back stretch. Then back fourth, gapped out 3.5. Ms. American Muscle ahead of DeBomb, stuck behind that one. Then from the backfield, Starry Starlet begins to move wide as they go onto the three-quarter panel. Southwind Angelica remains on the lead. Kenzie Sky Hanover to the inside second. Fish's Fish stalks from third. Ms. American Muscle's locked in now as here comes a move to the outside from Starry Starlet past the three-quarter pole and out from third. Fish's Fish. After Southwind Angelica in 26-4, 29-3 that third panel around the final turn. Southwind Angelica remains on the lead. Outside Fish's Fish. Then it's Kenzie Sky Hanover looking for room and on cover with me always to the top of the stretch. Southwind Angelica trying to go all the way off stride. Kenzie Sky Hanover at the inside. Outside Fish's Fish. But it's Southwind Angelica holding sway. Ms. American Muscle splitting horses late and flying up to take the lead. Ms. American Muscle with me always coming too late with Kenzie Sky Hanover. What a finish. Kenzie Sky Hanover got up there over Ms. American Muscle. Of course, an inquiry with me always towards the center of the track. 157-1.
Wow.
I wanted my triple to hold so badly for most of that race. Oh. And then, of course, Kenzie Sky Hanover breaks. Southwind Angelica quits. Fish's Fish race is all right.
Even money shot, breaks and comes back to win.
So Ms. American Muscle's the winner. That's a lapped on break. They got to disqualify her.
Well, did he follow the braking rule? That's
She
the
didn't lose
thing.
ground. Watch. Comes into the stretch, doesn't lose ground, ducks to the inside, gets back on stride. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's a disqualification. Yeah, this is us. Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, that's a weak handshake. There we go.
Inquiry on the one here for the break. Tough to say if this one's going to come down. This is a tough call here. If you're watching, tell us whether you think this horse is going to come down or not.
She's got to come down, right? Every rule I know says she has to come down.
She lost some ground when she ducked to the inside to get out of the way.
I think she gained an advantage, though, don't you think?
They just took it off.
I don't think she lost ground. She gained ground, if anything.
So there was no interference here. If you think this horse is going to come down, let us know.
If you think this horse is going to come down, share the video. If you don't think she's going to come down, like and subscribe.
Yeah. This is a tough call. Tough call on here, on this horse.
I need to see it again. I want to see it 10 more times from 3 different angles before I can really make an opinion. Really?
There.
Did she? It didn't look like it.
Diane Crossman says she goes back. So she's going to get placed. Tough call. It really is. This is one of those tricky spots here with the inquiry.
If she stays up, that's a comeback of the year.
And she just had so much go that she was running over the top of the horse in front of her.
Which I'm surprised Southwind Angelica was so dead around that last turn. Especially with the light fraction she put up. We're going to be here until about 5:30 when they finally make a decision. This is only the 12th race.
Usually,
there's 10 more races.
Usually, if it's taking this long, that means they're going to place the horse. They're trying to figure out where to place her.
Yeah. She stays up. 1652. It's unofficial. Wow.
She stayed up. That was a tough call there. Tough to judge it if you thought she was going to get DQ'd or stay up. I thought it was 50-50, and
yeah. We broadcast all over the world. So if you go to Thailand one time, you can watch us. If they paid us. There you go. That Vistaprint subscription's finally paying off.
Yeah.
1652. Wow.
So the one ended up staying up. It's now official.
Rod's meeting more people. My commercial is played all over the place. And I'm mistaken for Jonah Hill. What a life I live. I don't know why I'm sad about that. I'm more so waiting for the prices for Kenzie Sky Hanover. I gotta watch that replay. That was a race. Even money over 9-2, over 17-1, over 18-1. We were talking about Fish's Fish as an outsider. I, of course, went and played a tri-key 3 over the 1-2. And it was looking really good past the half. But Kenzie Sky Hanover looked really good. See you later, Rod. Ms. American Muscle, second. With Me Always was third. Fishes. Have I said the order of finish yet? I have not. A couple of notes. As I see James Witherite walking by, he doesn't even say hi to me. It's like we don't even know each other. Could have tipped your hat. There you go. Oh, and the bow. And the bow. Do you think she was going to stay up?
I was working with her.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about that. You're playing the notes. As you do. For those wondering, our McAfee protection has expired. New malware threats created in the last minute. 260. Are you ready? Now I have an option to accept the risk or reactivate McAfee. If you think we should accept the risk, like the video. If we should reactivate McAfee, share the video. As here's some prices. Kenzie Sky Hanover, $4, $240, $240. That's okay. Ms. American Muscle, $8, $420, and the 5 With Me Always, $460. $2 Exacta, $16, $30. Even the $2 Trifecta, $165, $228.80. The $2 Pick 4, $6,751, $52.60, and the 50-cent Pick 4, good for $13.50. A couple more races to go here this afternoon. That was the 12th. You'll get to catch the replay, including that stretch drive where Kenzie Sky Hanover obliged to the braking rule and manages to stay up as a result as the even money favorite. Of course, in this game, you're in it long enough. Yeah, she's the even money favorite. Of course she has to win. Especially when the 9-2 shot was coming late. And apologies for those who are watching with me always. The black color is very hard to see on this screen. As we're on the 13th of 16, this is another division of the Arden Downs. Right now, 1-5, she's all right. Yeah. She's all good, more like. These races are tough because you have a horse that is just so much faster than all of them. And we were talking about this in the pregame show, how that's kind of the case with some of these 2-year-old races. She's all right coming in off a 52-2 win over at Pocono in the slop. Darn Tootin' Hanover matched that somewhat in the division of the kindergarten. But again, that's over a bigger track. Inside draw, if you're looking at speed, 45-1's not bad on that one. I'll give you that. 9-1 second choice. Then the 4 Sweet Chrome coming in off a win. Now down to 7-1. Here's a replay of that last race. I was saying we could choose to accept the risk. Do you think we should accept the risk or reactivate our McAfee subscription?
I would accept the risk.
I would accept the risk
on?
as well.
That
should be on. Yeah, is yours on?
Yes, I just turned it on.
Mine better be on.
So special guest here, my brother.
Oh, really?
David.
What's up, bud?
Meadows handicapper.
I guess I can see the resemblance.
He's been coming here, what, 20 years, same as me?
At least. Okay, now what you both need to do is look at the camera. All right, now at home, If you think these two are related, share this video. And if you don't, like this video. We will read the results at the end of the show. If you think James Witherite... I'll get back to him. Matt.
Dave.
Close enough. You've been here all day, right?
I have.
Did you cash anything?
Not yet.
Great handicapper already. This 13th race, I was just talking about, you have a horse that's so clearly faster than the rest of them. Right. And the two. Right. I was talking about the one maybe somewhat matching that speed, but time only means so much because she could barely keep up when she was going that fast. But she's 45-1. If we look back at the feed, 50-1 now, while she's all right is 2-5. We're also catching a glimpse of that final turn. Lots of things happening. A lot of questions coming at you. First things first, do you think she was going to stay up?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did not.
I
wasn't sure if she left the track. I wasn't sure if she lost ground, but apparently did not leave the track and didn't lose ground. So, but I didn't think that. But you never know, right? You never know. Good job by Brian to get her back on and get her to the wire. I'll say that.
Also, good job on the rest of them for crawling home and having nothing left.
Yes.
Which was strange. Considering that.
He did run the one up, and hit the three in the back. I mean, the horse was so loaded that he had nowhere to go. So doubled up in there. Ended up staying up and winning though. So.
And then 9-5 on another beach day. What?
Well, what else are you going to play in the race?
I said the one possibly. The 3 was second best to Warri U-Boot. It was another decent one on the Pennsylvania Sire Stakes circuit.
I mean, it's good connections. Brian Brown, two decent races.
That's it? Really? That's all she's got going for her?
Yeah, I mean, the third start.
15-1.
That's that inside post, though. Nice pedigree.
Okay, Mike clearly doesn't like this 3. What about you?
The 3?
Yeah.
I just don't know that anyone is going to run with the 2 enough to even get close. And the front end's been relatively good all day. Yannick's tremendous. Have you local connections, Burke?
Yeah.
I just don't see. I think everyone's running for second, and could the race break down for second? It's hard to say.
So this is the 13th of 45 races to go.
Yes.
Of these last few races, do you have a horse you're particularly watching? Think there's good price?
I wish I could say I did, my friend. I haven't looked that far down the card at this point.
Okay.
I got to the 11th and shut it down at that point.
Too many races.
Too many races. Well, you remember they used to run doubles. They used to run Adios doubles. They would run the afternoon and then the evening card. So they would run 40 races.
We would come and do them all.
We would come to them all. And they would give away a car the second half of the day. So that's the only way people would stay. But I'm sorry, my friend. I don't have anything for after this race. I wish I did.
So what about underneath in this race? And well, obviously the 2's obvious. So where can we get value?
I want to see a horse that tries. I don't like the 7's now 13-1, but I like the parked for almost the entire mile last time. Not as fast as these, but you have a horse that tries. You have Palone. I'm sure Mike hates that horse.
No, I don't. Actually, I have it. Let's see. I have it. I was 2-4-1-7 is where I was there. So
I can't really say I like much of anything here. I was trying to find any kind of outside prices, but again, it's all given the fact.
What about the 1? What's wrong with the 1?
I was talking. My one issue is that she was chasing. She could barely keep up when going that fast. So that's not her natural speed.
Kicked home 26 though. First start. Biddle's other horse that had in today raced and raced well was third.
I think underneath is a valid horse.
30-1.
Yeah. The four's taking a little bit of money. I mean,
Matt's
been on a Matt tear today, fair to say, right?
He won his first Adios.
3 in a row earlier today, too.
He's won 4 races today.
Has he won 4 today?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's one of those numbers.
4 out of 12. It's not bad.
That's what, 80%?
No.
It's close.
No.
They're parading now.
The 4's another horse that tries. It isn't for...
Say trots?
Tries.
Okay.
He tries hard. Yeah, no, the horse does try, gets parked, doesn't get perfect trips every time, and continues effort. Mike will tell you I like those horses. I like effort horses.
So what do you think of the 6 then?
That's another one. For me, it's a little hard to pick a horse that never gets bet ever in their life.
Has been getting bet more.
Yeah, from 124 to 1.
That's only up from there.
Yeah, well, right. Double parked last time.
It was wide and kept coming. I mean, there's something to be said
on a
for
sloppy track. I don't know what the track was like that day.
Actually hanged. That horse hanged.
You think it hanged a little?
Well, 3rd by 3/4, 4th at the finish. Gained position, but was chasing.
Okay. Lost to the 4 horse who kicked away, so
Yep.
I wouldn't say hanged necessarily.
Well, I mean, if the 4 kicked away, I couldn't really make much of a case for the 6 then. Especially since the 4 is 8-1, the 6 is 10-1. I saw someone running in the post parade.
Well, the 6 is going to get a better setup here, though, depending on if they allow the 2 to walk around there. The front end has certainly improved as the day has gone on.
Here's the problem, guys. You have a $5 exact at 2-4. Even if you love the 4 second, are you really going to bet it into a $5 exacta? No way. So where's the value in this race? Or do you just totally go against the 2?
Go if you have to.
If you have to go against the 2.
You need to get some kind of weapon or instrument that would threaten my life for me to give you the proper answer here. I need the pressure of the situation.
I don't have one. And it's not that the 4 is gonna pressure the 2 on the lead either. It's not with Burke training both horses.
The 2 can just coast.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if we're doing our listeners a disservice though by not giving them somebody else.
I mean,
give them someone to pick.
I tried to make a case for the 1 and the 3.
Okay.
They're 20-1 if those 2 suit you. But I'd honestly just pass this race.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so move on then. Let's go to the 14th, just because we're here and we can talk about it.
Excuse me, and over Ms. Brenda, morning line favorite at 5-2. I mentioned warming up. I saw the 5 Donato's Jewel looks really good, despite coming in off those 2 breaks. Had her gate together really well. She came by flying. Those are positive in my book, and she gets played all the time, so that's also positive.
Local horse, racing well here at the Meadows. Break last time at the gate. Actually, the last 2 times. So hard to gauge. I mean, I think it's a positive that you saw the horse on the warm-up and the horse was warming up nicely. We'll see what happens whenever the gate goes.
And now that when they're parading.
Yeah. The 1 is obvious, but again, 1 has gate issues.
Mm-hmm. And oh no, this wasn't the horse. Pallone was talking about a Kelly O'Donnell horse. I think that horse already went.
That was
yeah.
Earlier, yeah. That horse was 3rd, actually.
And his other horse, Lincoln James, is going in the last. He kind of liked that horse as an underdog. God, 14th of 16. We're getting so close. I can't even think of contenders at this point. It's like, oh God, we're so close to the end.
Malone's on Toddler Tantrum here in the 15th, and that's another Don Tiger horse.
It's nice
Where's
to
Don?
You have some bigger fields later, which is nice. You got some non-horse fields coming up.
And where were they the rest of the card?
Your late
And
double.
I spread out in the pick 5 those last couple races. So
big carryover too, is that right, Mike?
I think it's a guarantee, so 10,000 guaranteed pool, which is good for the pick 5 here because they average roughly 25 to 3,500. Here's my man Don Tiger.
Oh.
Sticking around. Yeah, boy. Come in here. What's going on, fellas? Come in here, sit down. Don Tiger on the podcast.
He's a thoroughbred guy too, right?
He could.
Hey, Vaughn, like Dave. Nice meeting you, dude.
He could also be on the camera if he went over here, but I'd have to separate you from your buddy.
I gotta be my buddy.
Okay, well, you just gotta take for. What's the word? You gotta trust us. But Don Tiger's over here.
Okay.
No, I didn't look.
Don Tiger or Alec Baldwin, really? Are you Alec Baldwin?
What's that?
Are you Alec Baldwin?
You always tell me that. I like it.
Always?
You have. You told me that at Hoosier too.
Did I?
I gotta get a different haircut or something.
And a different nose. Constitution altogether, really.
Yeah, really. You guys having fun today? You had some good people. You had Malone earlier, right? George Stratton, those guys are here.
Of course, it's Don Tiger. As they're going to the gate for this race. I never transitioned in. So you've just been looking at the feed the entire time. I apologize. But this 13th race is going to gate. Field of 8. For the second division of the Mary Liv Miller Arden Downs. field moves into the backstretch in motion, approaching the start. Often pacing, Sweet Chrome leaves out from the inside with another beach day and Hip to My Lou, now retreating from a leave attempt, floating it away around that first turn as Renaissance Lady K made a break, now brushing to the lead, swooping to control, another beach day ahead of Sweet Chrome getting away second with She's Alright back third. Darn Tootin' Hanover sits fourth to the opening quarter, Hydrations then fifth. In front of Sweet Lucy Lou sixth, back to seventh, Hip to My Lou, and Renaissance Lady K after the early break, gapped off about 4.5 in the back. 28 seconds the opening quarter into the lane first time. Another beach day now going to yield the lead to Sweet Chrome. As to the outside comes She's Alright out and moving two after her stablemate to the half-mile pole. Darn Tootin' Hanover tracks from fourth, then 3.5 lengths from the front. They're then followed by Hydration fifth, sixth away Sweet Lucy Lou. Still then back to Hip to My Lou, and Renaissance Lady K catching this field, rounding this clubhouse turn to the half-mile mark. She's Alright ahead of her stablemate Sweet Chrome in 57-2, 29-2 that second quarter. Another beach day third to the back stretch with Darn Tootin' Hanover moving to the outside fourth. They're then followed by moving up the inside Hydration with to the outside Sweet Lucy Lou, trying to track that one Hip to My Lou, as out and moving from fourth to the three-quarter. Another beach day after the leader She's Alright, marching up now to be second. Did I say another beach day? I meant Darn Tootin' Hanover. First up, now up to her wheel, now dropping back as She's Alright accelerates through a 125 and 1/3 quarter, 27-4 around that final turn. In front, She's Alright. In second, Darn Tootin' Hanover chasing third, Sweet Chrome turning into the lane through the buffering. She's Alright ahead of Darn Tootin' Hanover to the outside, trying to power past. She's Alright digs in. Darn Tootin' Hanover pressures to the outside. These two well ahead of the rest of them. She's Alright is going to get it. She's Alright was Alright, won by a head in the end from Darn Tootin' Hanover, tight for third in 153-1. In case you're wondering, there's Renaissance Lady K. Well, those are the two horses we were talking about. At least I was talking about. I don't give you credit. No. Unless you have it.
I don't have it.
Oh, okay.
I don't have it. You had it.
I don't have it either.
You had it.
So let's talk to Don a little bit about his win today.
The fourth Baldwin brother, as I was talking about. There's Alec, there's James, there's the third one, and there's you.
That's right. I'm the
Billy.
fourth Baldwin, I guess. Right?
Billy.
Is it Billy Baldwin?
Yeah.
That's
and
the
then
third
Donnie Baldwin.
Donnie.
And you got a full head of hair, too. But Don Tiger, for those of you who don't know,
Prominent owner at the Meadows.
owns
Prominent owner. I like that.
think.
owns one of the fan favorites, Sam Hill, who
That's
won
correct.
today.
Yes.
12 years old. How's he doing?
I don't know. He's just a great horse.
I should probably ask the trainer
Yeah.
that. He probably knows more.
He does. He knows a little bit more, but I got a little bit of hands on. I've jogged him. He's a great horse. Best horse I ever sat behind. Just a treat. Does everything right in the morning. Just nice horse all the way around. Perfect to get a barn. He gets a little hot in the winter circle, but other than that, he's a perfect horse.
Is he the best horse you own?
Best horse I've ever owned, bar none. 3-track records. He's won all over the place. Iota, he won at the Meadowlands a couple years ago in 50. He won here last year at 50 flat. Couple 49 3 miles. Just a good, honest, trying horse. Had some tough problems when he was younger. We actually told us at 5 he'd never race again. So.
Where are they now? Can we bring them here so we can laugh at them?
I'd love to. Yeah, that'd be great. 600,000 later, he went over 600K today. So it was a big day for us. Yeah.
I was wondering when you were mentioning that. That's the most important part. He's made you a lot of money.
Yeah, and it's kind of a good story because when the vet said that he was never going to race again, I made a deal with God. I said, if you bring his horse back to the races, I'll give 10% of all his earnings to charity. And I've stayed true to that. And then he got hurt again at like 6 or 7. Had 2 bad suspensories, and I said, God, if you bring him back one more time, I'll give 20% to charity.
I was wondering
so
if that's where you would go.
He's kind of like what I call the people's horse because, you know, we give 20%. Some guy out there said, hey, another $1,200 for charity today, so that's awesome. You know, It's easy to write the checks. He's been a lot of fun. He's allowed me to buy other horses, stay in the game, and I can't say enough about him. A lot of fun.
You know, I don't see Foiled again doing that. He's made how much
won
more?
on big days before, but to win on this
yeah.
day.
Yeah, he's won on Adios Day a couple times. We actually tried to get a match race going against Foiled again, and the MSOA brought it up. It was a great idea. We were going to do a 2-horse match race today, Sam Hill and Foiled again. I was all for it. Foiled Again's got a busy schedule. They're trying to take them all over, so they declined. Burks declined to race, but
I think they were scared.
yeah, they might have been. We got a couple years younger on them, so.
The 2 years does a lot.
2 years does a lot, yeah.
Especially since Foiled Again was going 47 2 years ago almost.
Yeah. He just won a couple weeks ago. His 100th, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, nice. But
Took him 100 tries.
Sam Hill's the poor man's version of Foiled Again. So.
I did the math on that one. Okay. But you have another horse in today too.
I do. 15th race. Yeah.
Have you ever entered more than one on Adios Day?
Yeah, I think I've had a few in Adios Day. I don't think I've ever won. I never won 2 races Adios Day, so it'd be quite a treat if he wins.
And that horse is in the 15th?
He's in the 15th.
Wow, I do remember that. Okay, the pre-Bosie selection, gentlemen. They want nothing else to do with it. Mike's back though. That horse. Oh, nice meeting you. Oh, yeah. Take care. I was wondering when the bye was happening.
There's a lot of people watching.
The horse.
There's a lot of people watching.
Oh, Tyler Tantrum. I was trying to find him. Oh, this is a horse you partner with though. You own Sam Hill entirely, but you got to partner with this one.
I do. I got to partner with this horse. Yeah. Seth Rosenfeld from Burnhamwood Farms. He actually bred the horse.
How's Seth doing?
Doing very well. Excellent.
Because I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah.
Is he just down in Florida?
He's in California. He lives in Pasadena.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He's in Pasadena. He has a farm down in California. Super nice guy. I got to thank him a lot. He's allowed me to get a couple of babies that he's raised, and this was probably our best one. At 2, he won 4 or 5 stakes races, and we actually were thinking about even sending him to the Breeders' Crown that year, and that was betting lines year. And we took the path of least resistance. We went to the Simpson the same week of the Breeders' Crown, and we won up there and shut him down. Thought he would have been an outstanding 3-year-old, but he had an injury that kept him out basically all of his 3-year-old season. We just got to keep piecing him back together. He's actually the fastest horse I ever owned.
Oh, okay.
He trains in 53, does everything right. He doesn't like to get jammed up. He needs to get a certain trip. And
I remember that year when he got good, and he
got
really good. That he won that stake here at the Meadows and paid like $60 or $70.
Yes.
Then went up to and ran that other stake race and just crushed on the
crushed
front.
him. He won the Keystone Classics here. He won 4 or 5 in a row. We thought he was going to be one of the top 3-year-olds in the country, but like I said, injuries. This is a humbling sport. You can have good ones and bad ones, and ones that are good that just don't make it. And unfortunately, he was one of those good ones that never really made it.
Was he always a gelding?
No, we didn't cut him until last year. We kept him a stallion because he's a little guy. He's not
he's
real
just
big.
a little horse. That's what
keeping his parts made him a little bit more racy, and so yeah, we kept him a stallion until last year, and then we finally gelded him.
Has that proved beneficial, you think?
A little bit. He's been a little bit better on in the barn and on the racetrack. He's a very happy horse. That's a great part about him. He loves to train and he loves to race, but he likes to get it his own way. He's not one of them horses if you grab into. Sometimes that grabs the race out of him. If you don't put him in play, he then sometimes just follows and doesn't really want to have that killer instinct. But he can rip off a 25-piece quarter anytime. So he's one of those horses that you kind of scratch your head on. Where Sam Hill, he shows up for work every week with his lunch pail. This guy shows up some weeks, other weeks he doesn't. So.
It's like Sam, he loves to dig in. Like even today, same thing. Looked like they were going to catch him, and you just knew they weren't going to catch him.
He was tough today. Yeah, like I said, complete difference in mentality in 2 horses. If this horse had the mentality of Sam Hill with his body, he would have been a great horse, a champion. But that's horses,
I just can't believe Samuel was 20 to 1 on the morning line. That didn't make any sense.
He's showed up on a morning line big everywhere. I don't know, Roger sometimes seems to like to just put him at them big odds. But yeah, a lot of people ask me, what do you think of golf? I said, I'll probably go off 3 to 1, 7 to 2, and what do you got, 5 to 1 or something?
9 to 2.
Yeah.
And I thought he'd be around 4 to 1. That's about what I thought too.
I thought they would bet.
And that was about right. I mean,
The pick 4 was even really short with him. He was like second choice in the pick 4, so. Yeah, he's a nice horse.
One thing I see with Tyler Tantrum looking, of course, we usually just try to assume 6 scratches is 6 scratches. Was this anything major or minor? Just took him off the track on the 30th?
Yeah, that was just a minor sickness that he came up with. And actually, he's missed a week, too, here. After his last race, he had a 2-hole journey in his last race and backed up a little bit in the lane. So we pulled some blood on him. His white count was high, so he got antibiotics for about a week. We laid him off this past week. And he trained back okay. I don't think he's still 100%. I think he's got a little bit of bug that he's getting over. So for today, it's very hard for me to tell you how he's going to perform. I think he could factor because it's the right class, but it's not like he's going to run through the bridle.
Well, it's great to hear an owner say, I'm not that confident in my horse today, but maybe later. Because a lot of them just go, we got this.
Yeah, no, I don't got this one. No, for sure. He wouldn't surprise me. He's got King driving him. Dave's driving him, so I mean that helps.
He usually drives them good too.
He does. He drives them real good. I mean, he's also a horse that's very versatile. Like some horses, you got to race one way on the front. If he gets away second, he can right the pocket good. He can cut a mile. He can follow cover. He just has to be kind of involved where you keep him. Like those jammed up quarters do not help him. He'd actually be better probably at like a half mile or a mile track, where a half mile where they always seem to be on the outside or rolling, or the mile track where you never really get stuck in. 5/8 racing's a little different, especially around here.
So from what I gathered from that, he'd be good anywhere else.
Probably, yes. And we've tried him. We've moved him around. I'll probably send him. I'm based around here, so I race mainly here, Scioto, Northfield. Occasionally I'll sneak out to the Meadowlands or something, but it's an expensive game when you start shipping horses, and you put them in places that makes it tough. So I don't know. He's kind of like a pet too. We enjoy him, and Timmy does a good job with him here, and so it's kind of one of those things where you got a good thing going, and the conditions he kind of fits up and down. Usually when he gets down around the non-winner 5,000, he's pretty good. When he gets into non-winner 3,500, he's usually pretty deadly. So you just play the condition game with him, and he's just over on earnings actually. So if he doesn't function today, he'll be down in the 3,500, and then usually it's go time for him.
By the way, Rod, Don Tiger Rod.
Rod, what's going on, buddy? How we doing?
I'm good.
Nice.
I'm busy, but I'm good.
Busy's good, man. Busy's real good.
Yeah.
People know me.
If you don't know, like everybody knows Rod.
He's a celebrity.
He's something else. Like
he is.
I am. That's why I wear glasses.
I lost a couple dollars like you at some point in time when you were driving. I'm pretty sure I have.
What, this last week?
No, you drove something last week?
Yeah. He drove
Still
3 at
active?
Aces over the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Drove is a loose term.
Yeah.
You
Well,
drove
he
in a
mostly
race at
sat
Aces? Yeah. How do they drive up there? I mean, go, or they kind of like?
No, not real. I mean, they rate. They rate their horses
Jerry
pretty well.
Luongo races up there. I know
Yeah.
he used to be here years ago.
Yeah.
They got a good group of guys there. But Wiseman drives up there, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he there? Yeah.
We had a good time up there. That was a good trip. They really treated us good up
Now,
there.
they get a lot of people in there for racing?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people there, yeah.
It was
Good
a packed
crowd.
house.
Good,
Yeah, I like to see that. It's kind of neat because years ago, you guys are all younger than me, but Los Alamitos, when they used to race horses there on the 5/8, it was kind of like a different world, and they had their own California racing circuit. And sometimes they got some really nice horses, but it was a fun place to watch. But since you had so far to go, they used to get decent crowds, and obviously LA, California. So that's why I thought Aces, Minnesota, put a track in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Seems like it should work, because what else do they have except football, I guess.
They got
Franken.
Canterbury.
They had Al Franken.
Canterbury, and that's about it.
How you doing though, Rod?
I'm good.
We didn't mean to interrupt you from your reunion. Your ongoing reunion with the world.
Right. No, these guys keep bringing it up, but every time we go somewhere, there's always a few dozen people that know who I am, and
Either they grew up with them, drank with them, drove with them, did other things with them. Who knows?
A combination of all.
That's how the horse business is, though.
A lot of drinking, yeah.
yeah, it's tough being a celebrity, I guess.
Oh, that's what you call being a celebrity?
You'll never stop being a celebrity.
I'll never
Not
start.
Status is going up, people. Up.
Okay.
Oh no, the scroll is
Well,
flying.
no, it just started.
That's the scroll going. This is what. Oh, that's a.
So
That's
we've got.
Don has the biggest programs
When
in
you
the
get older,
business.
you need this stuff. You're
Oh,
still
okay.
a young buck. You're all right.
Oh, you need my glasses?
So,
no, I'm good. I got this.
let's Don. Do you have any babies, anything coming up or no?
Yeah, actually, I'm doing a daily double today. After the 15th, we're driving to Northfield. I got a horse in the 8th race.
Nice.
Summit County Fair going for 10,000. Eden's Lucky Charm. She drew the rail. She'll probably be 3 to 5 in there.
So you
Have Aaron or no?
No, they're all in Scioto tonight for Sire Stakes. I got Hunter Myers driving.
Okay.
He's drove her a couple times last year. She's a nice horse, a hybrid. She made about 50K last year.
Nice.
She's the second tier. She's more of a stallion series horse, not a top Sire Stakes horse, but only paid $12,000 for her. She's been a nice success story. We made money with her. And we get another small horse, but very talented. She set the track record last week at Marysville State Fair over in Ohio, 57-1.
Wow,
that's
awesome.
pretty good.
Were you
for,
there for
fair
that or
racing.
no?
I was not there. I was here. Yeah, I was here for Adios and Limbs. But Chris Page drove her. Chris drives a lot for me, and that's one of my nicer horses. I got a 2-year-old trotter this year. Paid a lot of money for him. He's a half brother to a horse that won last year when we were at the Breeders' Crown, Bridge to Jesse. You remember that horse that won like in the earlier part of the card? He's a half brother, and we paid $53K for him at the Ohio Select Sale. He hasn't quite come around yet, but he's a nice looking horse. We raced him in the Arden Downs yesterday. He was 6th, but he's a horse to look for. He'll probably race maidens here in the next couple of weeks at Meadows, and I expect him to keep going forward as the year
Now,
goes.
does
He'll
Tim
probably be a
have him
better
or no?
3-year-old. What's
Does
that?
Does Tim have that horse?
No, Marty Woolham does.
Okay.
Yeah, we sent him to a truck guy. Marty's an excellent truck guy. So,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with him. But
Well,
that's pretty much my.
Thanks for putting me up tonight. It's on my way home.
Well, you should have let me know. We needed somebody. We could have used you.
Right.
Do you want to make money?
I'd love to make money.
That was one thing I wanted to ask.
I'd love to make money.
Oh, I didn't know you were reading, but I'm glad you can. Especially
He
since
definitely can.
Especially, well, yeah, because I mean, you have enough money to own horses, so I take it. You either gotta be a smart guy, or at least know what you're doing one way or another.
I'm actually one of the few guys that make money in the sport, and I'm not tooting my own horn with that, but it's just, I don't buy on a whim, I don't claim on a whim, I try to do things methodical, where, like, I usually only buy 1 or 2 a year, but then I have some aged horses, because if you just buy babies, it's feast or famine. If you have a horse like Sam Hill, we call him an ATM, usually you can purse out 50 to 70,000 with him, and that takes care of the bills. So, knock on wood, I think I've made about 10 to 20,000 every year in the last 5 years racing horses.
Well, I was gonna say, like, ownership, at least to me, seems more like a risk than a reward.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult. Mike knows that too. I mean, you get involved and you put money up, and horses don't necessarily always do what we want them to do. And sometimes, I think the best thing that I've always done is I cut bait quickly too. Like a lot of guys like to do this just strictly for fun, and I try to run it like a business and have fun at the business. So Rod can understand that too. Like you gotta make some money with them, and if they can't make money, then you gotta move on from them. You know?
Yeah, and there's I think there's a fine line between calling it strictly, but as an owner anyway, calling it strictly a business and calling it strictly fun, and you got to find that line, and you have to teeter that line if you want to stay involved, because there's some you're going to win on, some you're going to lose on, and to treat it as one or the other, you're going to have a tough time.
Very tough time
with the turnover part of it.
Just want to note, Donato's Jewel again looks decent post parading. 9-1 right now on that one. You look at this race, well?
I am live in the pick 5.
So am I.
You got a special order.
Yeah.
I
11 by
figured.
17.
Although it's been chalk
Printer
chalk.
makes that tough. I have too many questions.
We are live.
Spread them in the next couple.
All right, so
I
what
don't
do you?
like this, but I want to get you guys' opinion because this is a scent horse. What do you think about that non-takedown in the 12th or 11th?
I thought it was 50-50.
I thought that horse was coming down.
Well, I thought because he went into the passing lane, whenever he did lose ground, that he would violate that rule, and he would be taken down.
I think that's one of the things that bothers me sometimes about the sport is, and I realized the public was happy he stayed up. He was he was the
even
favorite,
money.
but I had no skin in the race. But just as an independent observer, or say I owned the 6 or the 5, I'd be a little
I
disappointed.
felt like he lost ground, but like he went somewhere where he probably shouldn't have went.
That's correct. He left the course. And
Well,
if you leave the course,
he left the course. Right.
You're supposed to enter back at the course. Well, I don't know. It just, to me, it seemed like it should have been a takedown.
Well,
I obviously want to hear your opinion.
It was 50-50 for me just because he lost a little bit of ground. I could see them leaving him up for that factor. I could see him taking him down because he was braking for an extended period in the 2-hole before getting out of the way.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was, for me, it was a 50-50
How can you judge interference
call.
there, too? That was another thing. I mean, because Pallone had to alter course to move inside
Right.
of him.
That was what I thought, too.
Exactly.
But he also, the reason they didn't take him down, I think, is because he moved for safety reasons.
So
to get out of the way for safety.
It was a tough call. I mean, I was surprised he stayed up. I really was.
It also seemed like she was less gaining ground and more gaining the chance to close in on them when going into the passing lane. Which, I mean, like, it's one thing if you lose ground veering off the course, but it's another if, you gain ground in the process just by virtue of now you have more real estate to power through.
I don't know, you don't see a lot of disqualifications in harness unless it's a lopped-on break.
You don't see many races like that either.
I don't think you get, compared to thoroughbreds, you get
The
a lot
only
more
other race I
disqualifications.
saw like that, this was a race years ago. Ron Pierce broke in the first turn at the Meadowlands. He went off the course and probably on the oval cut off a good, 7-8 lengths, getting back on and got in between horses. He got away like 5th or 6th, and then the horse ended up running 2nd. But literally, he had an advantage, and they left him up that day. So I don't know. That's one of the things, in my opinion, you got to try to get as much universal rules. Like if you leave the course, whether it's safety reasons or not, maybe for betting purposes, I don't know if that's the right call. But I didn't have a fight in the game, so it didn't matter to me. But just interesting to hear some thoughts.
It's more so you just got to look at it and they go, she's even money. She's staying up.
I know everything.
Bettor's objection.
They had a trainer's objection at Saratoga the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't watching.
This is the 14th. Who'd you guys take here?
I'm going to say Donato's Jewel just off. I not look at this race. The 1 looks awful parading. She was jumping all over the place, and the 5 stood out to me, so I'm going to stick to my guns, though.
I agree. I do like the 5. 50-50 shot there. Either is right there or makes a break. Speed demon type.
I think the 1's going to be tough in the race if she stays flat.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you were watching her parade, but the moment she stepped out, she was running.
All the key contenders here are those 50-50 types of trotters where they're either real close or they're off stride.
What about the 7 then?
That's what I like.
That's another one.
Kaylee's had a great day today, and this horse is obviously jumping from non-winner 2 to Stakes Company, but looks like she's going the right direction. Paul Kelly's an excellent horseman too. So.
I went 1, 5, 6, and 7 here. The 6 I threw on just because Marcus jumps on, and this horse always stays flat. So I think this is one to use as they go to the gate.
Guys, thanks for having me on. Good seeing you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks,
I'll
man.
be in touch.
You guys, take care.
Take care.
Thanks, Don.
Donato's Jewel, my choice here. Now dropping down to 5-1. Field of 7 lining up. For the 14th. Inside out Andover, Ms. Brenda, Worldly Hanover, Pembroke, Mystery to the inside center. Just Fly Beyond, Donato's Jewel to the outside, Explosive G, and Pat Matters. Field of 7 swings into the backstretch, in motion and approaching the start. Often trotting Donato's Jewel, leaving out from the center with Pembroke Mystery to her inside. Out 2 comes Pat Matters, as well as Explosive G, going to get away 4th into that first turn. And over Ms. Brenda, unhurried from 5th with Worldly Hanover wide of her, now moving to the inside 6th. They're then back to Just Fly Beyond, who trails this field, moving to the opening quarter. Donato's Jewel leads by a length and 3/4 with Pembroke Mystery sitting the pocket. Pat Matters, bet down to 6-5, sits 3rd with Explosive G 4th. Opening quarter 27-4 as they buffer the stream to the half mile in the 3/8 pole. Sitting 5th then Andover Ms. Brenda ahead of another horse, but I know Just Fly Beyond's in the back heading to the 3/8. It's Donato's Jewel leading the way. Pembroke Mystery still sits 2nd ahead of Pat Matters. Gapped off the leader 3.5 lengths 3rd. Pembroke Mystery remains 4th and Andover Ms. Brenda. Another 2 lengths back 5th circling the turn. Worldly Hanover is 6th. Just Fly Beyond, still 7th. No motion yet after the pace setter. Donato's Jewel passing the half, 56-1, 28-2 that second quarter. Sitting tightly in that pocket, Pembroke Mystery to the backside. Pat Matters yet to make a move from 3rd. Andover Ms. Brenda has gone wide and picks up cover as Pat Matters flushes out from 3rd. Now trying for 2nd while Donato's Jewel attempts to kick away to 3/4. Andover Ms. Brenda's gapped away from him 3.5 lengths. Dropping back to the inside then around the turn. It's another horse. Explosive G, 3/4, 124-2, round the final turn. Donato's Jewel, length in front. Outside, Pat Matters ducks into the pocket, waiting for the stretch drive. Pembroke Mystery drop back 3rd with Andover Ms. Brenda into the stretch. Donato's Jewel kicks away from him, leads by 2.5, angling off the rail. Pat Matters lunging once again, late on the scene, but Donato's Jewel holding sway into the final 16th. Donato's Jewel going to hold on by a half length. Pat Matters 2nd. Looked like Worldly Hanover rallied down the center of the track for 3rd in 154-2. 7-1 on that horse. I wish I wouldn't bet it.
Yeah. 7-1, great price. Still live into pick 5.
Looked great on the track.
That was a good call. Ray pulled a rod S type of thing right there. He saw the horse warming up and told me the horse warmed up good.
There was a guy that came by earlier, and he said to me, the horses tell me when they're going to win. I guess that was an instance of that, except, there was a fair amount of distance. Zent was to the inside of the track. I was in the grandstand.
Yeah.
So, horses maybe a little loud. But
and that's what I was talking about earlier about watching the horses. You saw with
I didn't even look at the program.
Yeah, I mean you're not a horseman. You've never been a horseman, but you watch races, and you saw that horse warming up, and you liked him, and that was a nice 7-1 price right there.
Mike, brother Mike is leaving. He's got to go.
Yeah, he's finding a way.
My dad said something about this too a long time ago when he came on the show. I forget the name of the author, but he was talking about just that instinct you have when it comes to something just so arbitrary as I suddenly walk by as this one horse is warming up. And it turns out she's the winner.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make that stuff up. It's just insane coincidence. 7-1, 6-5, 35-1, 9-2, 5-7, 2-3. Of course, if the horse lost, then I would have just been loaded with crap.
Right.
Loaded with crap. That is a good price.
But we stay hot here at the Meadows today.
Even after the big race. After the race that
And
Dorsaduro stole.
Still live in the pick 5.
2 more races to go. 15th and 16th.
For those of you that didn't hear my ticket earlier.
Nobody cares about your ticket, Rod.
My ticket, well, I'm live to 1-4 in the next race and 2-6 in the final leg.
I'm going to be honest here. I stopped looking after the 14th. So this will be kind of fresh look Catolo perspective is the name of this segment. Let's get the graphic up. Fresh look Catolo perspective. There we go.
Yeah.
It's up. It's posted as the odds the odds.
Where? In
the
air?
payoffs are coming up soon for this 14th race. You guys are saying your voices are shot. You're not yelling the entire time. Tote dividends. Donatos Jewel, $16.40, $9, $5.40. Pat Matters, $3.60, $2.80, and the 2 Worldly Hanover, $5.40. $2 Exacta, $5.7, $61.20. $2 Trifecta, $5.72, $360, $3.60. That 2 is a long shot.
That's a big triple there.
How does that Exacta pay that? That's a good Exacta.
Yeah.
The 5 was a bit all or nothing. I mean,
Well, I mean, that was most of the field there.
Don't mind me. I'm just trying to figure out where everyone is class-wise in this next race. 1 horse moving up. The 6 start him up. It's in start him up in class.
The wand opened at 3-5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the post relief.
Well, this horse has a lot of class, too. I mean,
Oh, yeah, that too.
Well, we
paid
got
400,000. Usually whenever this horse gets this low, he's tough. So.
Late double?
There is a late double.
Any interest in that?
Well, I mean,
So
I
the
would
one,
look at
the
problems.
one was 10-1 morning line here.
Yeah.
Opened up as the favorite 9-5.
Huh. Well,
I like the 4 here. Getting Marcus.
I don't mind the 6.
what's wrong with the 3? We all just need.
Just naming every horse.
Yeah.
What about the 9?
It's one of those races. I mean,
One thing's for sure, Toddler Tantrum. Don was on here, said the horse probably needs a little bit more luck this time around after having a bit of bad luck. But it's 5-2.
well,
on
it's
the board.
Cologne.
Yeah.
Tim's horses always get bet, too.
Outside of that, the 3 stands out to me. It's the morning line favorite. It's 9-1. Wow.
It's early. Brian's hot, though. He's won the last couple.
Yeah.
And this is a drop for him, too.
This 4 horse is bet down to be the favorite. 2 starts back. Left for the lead probably because of that. Oh, so that horse that Marcus is on you're talking about. 20-1.
Yeah, he's not going to hold that high.
Yeah, no. I wonder if Brian Brown's going to stop by. Is he around, you think?
He's somewhere around.
Okay. Because if he is, we were able to get an up-to-date update back when Fear the Dragon was racing in the Breeders' Crown. So hopefully we can get one on Dunwell. Hopefully he came out of the race okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not the finish that they thought they'd be getting, especially a second over there. So,
but then again, you would have to kick home in 25 and change to come flying there and think big.
No, I mean, I don't know that he would have won, but a bigger check was in the offing, being second over there, coming to the top of the stretch. So, just I mean, I don't know. I thought he could win the race from where he was.
We got what, 10 minutes?
11.
Oh my!
And we're fresh out of interviews.
Why
not just drag it out a half hour?
Well, we're waiting on Brian Brown. He had one in after the Adios, so.
Yeah, he just had one in the last race, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So we're
prolong this card even further.
The 6 is 26-1 right now.
Yeah, they're basically just going to run it right into
the most likely.
Oh,
5:30. We got 2 to go.
Yep, 2 races to go.
After an inquiry that lasts 20 minutes and maybe an objection the 16th just for good measure.
Let's hope not.
Woo.
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Who the hell was that?
I don't know. Nice guy.
Yeah. But that's the common bit. It's the common joke. Oh. Uh-oh.
Hotel.
Ah. Hopefully
I can see that.
Wait, you can see what? Where he's at?
No.
Oh.
Is he coming?
Why he would go to the hotel first.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he had to change or something.
Yeah.
Maybe shower, too.
So the one's 2-1 here.
This next segment of the show, what did Brian Brown do in his hotel room? I can't really talk odds-wise until they're parading. I could just tell you that the 3 at 10-1 seems a little high. Everyone to the outside is getting bet. From the 7 outward, although the 8's not. 8's 9-1. 7's 5-1. That's just because it's Gakali. They're betting him off the day he's having.
Donnell done changed already. She's already out of here.
Running away.
Way to show off. They can leave. We can't. So ironic. Actually, is James still here? I guess he is.
I would think he is.
Yeah. I didn't know if he was bugling the last 2, just because they're regular races. So ironic that for a card with a race called Adios, we can never say goodbye. We have to stay here.
Yes, I think we've done that joke more than 50 times now. So
I felt like a 51st would really hammer it
it is the 52nd edition, so you got one more.
Yeah.
And that's that.
See ya.
I don't know. Do I get more caffeine?
Did you drink that giant coffee?
I had 2 of these.
Nice. That's well played.
Could you tell?
But we definitely got to thank sponsors again.
Brian Brown for one of them.
Brian Brown, Dirk Simpson Stable, Brian Brown Stables, Hickory Lane Farms helped sponsor the trip to the Hamiltonian,
which that's next week.
Team Orange Crush, Running Aces,
the Minnesota Horsemen's,
MHRI,
Hamiltonian Society.
We want to thank the MSOA for having us here.
Yes.
And the Meadows, and I think that's it for sponsors this time around.
Yeah, way to go.
We're always looking to add sponsors, so if you're watching and you want to help sponsor one of our shows coming to your track,
you can check the schedule, NAHUpicks.com.
Get a hold of us.
You can look at all the picks that are on, every day. Meadowlands, Woodbine, Running Aces.
You can buy my album; it's free.
Plus, special when we go places, like we usually have a write-up on the website, kind of like today.
Now you get a chance to meet me, and I guess these 2, but me also.
Everyone already knows Rod, so you can just come say hi to him.
Yeah.
I still love it at the Meadow. I bet you when we're doing our show Hamiltonian Day, not one person's gonna go. you're from the TV. Because our commercial plays like 2 times a night there. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's once or twice. They didn't even recognize me at Vernon. They didn't recognize me here.
They did recognize me at Vernon somehow. I don't know how.
Like I said, I just get mistaken for Academy Award nominated actor Jonah Hill.
No, you don't.
What do you mean I don't?
You don't.
I do!
You don't.
You weren't there!
I'm telling you, you don't.
How can you tell me something that happened to me?
It didn't.
It did happen.
You're lying.
Why would I? I'm not. I don't lie. If I lied, then that 5 would have warmed up terribly and not won at 7-1.
That was a good catch there.
It was a lucky catch. But I just so happened to look out on the track, especially since every other person wanted to walk right into me.
Right.
The one benefit, though, because you can tell there's too much time in between races right now. The one benefit of where we're placed is we are not mistaken for a concierge desk.
No.
At Vernon, that happened all the time.
Where's Tim Hortons?
Yeah, and at Mohawk.
Where's Tim Hortons?
The Canadian didn't know where the Tim Hortons was.
Wow. Just follow your nose.
I'm daydreaming right now of what night looks like. They're shutting down tote machines right now. This is incredible.
4 minutes to post. Don't know why they're taking so long.
One thing, too, kind of like with Aces, big family crowd here.
Yeah.
A lot of young faces around.
Yep.
Which is good. Makes me feel less lonely.
5-2 on the one.
Still, I think that's too low.
Well, I think he'll drift. I mean, definitely gets post relief. Has been closing well. Should get a setup here.
The 4's taking a little bit more money now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm watching them parade.
11-1.
They're gonna step on the track.
Sounds like James still.
They are coming onto the track. This is race 46
of 82. This race card brought to you by Northfield.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we are 5.5 hours in right now. Our show, 6 hours in.
Yes. It's a long day.
The day is still 24 hours.
But what are we doing next week?
Going
Hambo,
back.
baby.
I was gonna sleep.
Yeah, we're taking over the Hambo.
I wouldn't say take over is the word. I think be there. It's a good word.
I'm taking over.
I don't want to get thrown out.
Rod takes over everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere he goes.
Like, that's just too aggressive for me. I just want to be there. Like, have been the last couple of years. Uh-oh. Would the owner of a 2015 Honda Accord please move your car? You're currently parked on the racetrack. And then the guy's sitting there. Well, I guess I am. People couldn't see me pantomiming that. And I say pantomime because it's the more complex word.
Shout out to Charlie Reed watching right now.
Charlie B watching, nice.
Jeff Jacek.
What's wrong with the 6 here?
Moves up in class. Won last time.
P driver.
Yeah, P stands for PU.
Yeah, but he can win one. He can win with one. He's okay.
I mean, he's been racing good. He was first over last time. I don't
this
mind
race,
him,
I think, could go a number of different ways. I mean,
just jumping up in class, I don't like that.
I like horses that are sharp jumping up in class.
Some horses' legs are for sale. This one's are free. It's right, he's free-legged. 10-1, all right. The odds are starting to adjust. 11-1 on this 4-horse. Tap into power.
Yeah, I like the 4 here.
There's nothing. Yeah,
like I said, Scott Betts and Marcus Miller team up here. Horse has been second and third 3 of his last 5 starts. He's made second most money in this field this year, and seems to be in decent form. The start from the second tier last time, I'll forgive that one. He got away in the back and just had no chance. And that looked like a very tough race. Went in 151. This week, this is a much softer group, and
Lost at 1-9 2 back though. I don't like that. If you're 1-9,
yeah,
you probably.
I mean, the horse is still. I'm not saying key the horse by any means, but he's a use, and especially 12-1. 12-1's a good price on this horse.
I agree with that.
When you say 12-1, I'm instantly interested.
And the one, like I said, I'm live to the 1 and the 4 here. The 1, big post shift. Had the second tier last week. I don't like the second tier here. It's a bad spot, and
it's a tough spot.
No, it's a bad spot here.
It's both.
And he's got some early speed, so he should be firing. There's not a lot of early speed in this race, so if he can get on top or get the 2-hole, he should be pretty tough.
Is that the John Abbott I think it is?
John Abbott, buddy of mine from Canada. What up?
The driver?
Yep.
Yeah, Frazier.
Yep.
How's it going?
I think the 1's the bet in the race.
3-1?
Yeah.
Wow. I'd bet the 4.
I think he's going to drift up by post time.
He's 5-2 now. That drifting is going down.
We'll see.
Your money didn't help. Probably pushed him. As there's still a lot of money being bet here. 3,500 in the win pool, just about.
Yeah, still hanging in. You got Delmar's getting going. Saratoga's in the middle of their stakes card. So people still hanging around and betting the races.
How's it going, John? Just seeing him reminds me of in the winter when I'm still in school. And then after the show's done, I see, Frazier's still going.
I was going to tell you too. Let everybody know next weekend I will be doing full card analysis, not only for Running Aces, but also doing full card analysis at Century Downs. They have a big weekend planned next weekend, so we'll have that up on the website. And it will be posted on the Century Downs feed next weekend. So thanks to Sugar Doyle for hooking us up there. And they got some good racing going on next weekend.
I don't mind betting that track. That's a good place to play.
I believe I am covering those races live for Standardbred Canada.
Is that Sunday, Rod?
That'd be next
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Sunday.
Monday is the big day.
Okay. Well, good. You guys need more work to do.
Yeah.
We just need 3 more cards to add to the 25 we already do.
Race 15. 5-2 favorite, the 1 doing donuts. Oh, because it's like do in. Oh my God.
Doing
something like that.
Wow, wow, wow.
This field swings into the back stretch in motion and approaching the start. Away they go. I love to make money. Leaves from the inside, outside moving. Good side with pushing through from the center. Toddler Tantrum. The inside doing donuts gets away 4th around that first turn. Silver Hill Blaze. Parked out then 5th with Hypothetical wide around that first turn. Tapping to Power gets away behind them. Then followed by Hillbilly Fairy Tale and towards the back of the pack. Start them up. As they round that first turn off stride to the opening quarter. Went good side, taking the lead here through a 27-1 opening panel. Toddler Tantrum by 2.5 now, 3 lengths. I love to make money, gapped out in the pocket spot. Doing Donuts sits 3rd, passing the stands first time. Here comes Hypothetical, parked out first over. Now up to be 4th off the rail then. We'll start him up. Around that turn to the half-mile mark. Toddler Tantrum in front here. By a length outside Doing Donuts, now up to be 2nd inside. I love to make money 3rd. It's the outside Hypothetical parked out, 56.5 time, 29 seconds that second quarter. Silver Hill Blaze locked in 5th, then shuffled back to the backside. On cover then towards the back of the pack. Good side with tapping to Power towards the inside to 3/4. In front here, Toddler Tantrum applying pressure, Doing Donuts. Doing Donuts taking a minor advantage, heading to that three-quarter station. 3 high from the back. Here comes Tap into Power. 123 4 that three-quarters. 27 3 around the final turn. Doing Donuts loses the lead. Toddler Tantrum battles back. 3 high circling to contention. Tap into Power into the stretch. Reeling in this tempo setter as Toddler Tantrum narrowly center the track. Tap into Power. Deeper Hillbilly Fairy Tale to the inside. Here comes Start 'em Up. It's tight on the line. 153 1. Was that actually Start 'em Up? That was the 3. It's late. I'm gonna get the last one right at least. Yep, that was Brian Zent. I love to make money. Oh, the 2. That was the 2. Oh, okay.
16 to 1.
Where's Don? He's probably. How many Hail Marys do you think that was? It's enough.
That'll wipe out a few pick 5s, like about all of them.
2, 3, 4, 1.
I wiped mine. The Ford had no interest in going by.
No, he had a perfect trip. I mean, he got a perfect drive.
If I want to be even remotely audible for this last race, I will have to take a quick timeout. Whew. Hey. Yep.
He threw it to his shoulder.
I was planning on driving home after this, but I'm not going home.
You're not going home?
No.
Too tired?
1, I'm tired. 2, my neck is killing me. And that's after I took medicine.
So what will you do, Rod?
I'm going to hang out, relax a little bit, and watch some Meadowlands.
There you go.
And a little bit of Running Aces tonight.
Oh. Do you think they'll have aces here?
Yes.
Good. Did they have
if they don't, then I got it on my computer.
Okay. This is a big price. Difficult to have, I think.
I almost used him.
Really? You'd be having the only ticket right now.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I guarantee it.
So race 15 is official. Price is coming up shortly. So prices for race 15, the 2 Hillbilly Fairy Tale. Well, if they ever show the prices, there we go. 35.40, 7.20, 11.40 to show. The 3 I Love to Make Money, 4.40, 3.60, 4 Tap into Power, 4.40, 50-cent pick 3, 194.65, which is giant. $2 exact, 155.20, $2 try, 11.15.20, and 50-cent super, 424.20. One more race to go.
One more.
Would they put up 36 minutes?
They didn't have it up yet, but there's a lot of these pick 5s are covered. The 4, 7, 8, and 9 would result in a carryover.
4, 7, 8, and 9?
Yep.
In the pick 5?
Yep.
Neither are the ones that I have.
Yeah. So. This is one of the better races on the card. You got 9 horses. Not was a 12,000 last 5. This is a higher end condition. This is the probably second tier condition. At the track. Step down from the top level. A lot of nice horses in here. A lot of horses racing the preferreds, kind of in and out. Who did you have in the last?
2 and 6.
And I was 2-5-1. I think the 5 is an interesting chance. raced pretty well in that preferred race last time. It's been knocking at the door at this level, and Wilder should be closing here, 18-1 currently. The money's coming for the 6 off those 2 huge wins. DeKaylee sticks around, currently 4-5.
Yeah, I don't like the price on the 6 right now. I mean, obviously the 2 and the 6 are going to take the majority of the money here, but for me, looking at the board right now, there's your pick 5s and doubles.
Those are big doubles.
Yeah, they are big.
The 8's not even covered in the double.
Neither's the 5. 4 out of 5. 4, 7, 8, and 9.
The 1 is, I think, a fantastic price with Marcus.
Yeah.
The last time the horse was at this level, won at 6-5. So has been racing at 51 miles, draws well, gets a great driver switch. I think you really need to pay attention to that horse at 19-1.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. This horse definitely plays, and the inside post should get away up close and sit, and he's been competitive in the preferred. So
I think the price will come down. I don't think you're going to get that 19-1, obviously.
I think the thing to look at. And shout out to Mike Jozakowski. Maybe he's watching. Maybe he's here today. I haven't seen him, but I'll shoot him a text. Who owns the 6? Big Traces, friend of the show.
That horse has been sharp. Got Lasix and won, popped 2 in a row. So way low in the pick 5 there with a 6.
Yeah, and you got a few class droppers here. The 1, the 2, the 5. All dropping in class a little bit, and all should be taking some money.
There's a big difference between that preferred level and the top, that 1 step down. I mean, that makes a huge difference when you're talking about a class level. I think it's a big draw. So, Winsung Leo, that horse is a stakes horse. They faced last time. Phoenix Warrior was crushing, preferreds all over the place here these past few months. So those are better horses than these. Dapper Dude's always tough. He's the 2. Right now he's 5-2. Deservedly so. That horse won 13 races last year. So, what do you think of that horse?
I just have a hard time with the short price. You know what I mean? That gets me. I don't like. Obviously, the horse is class, 100%. And
he's made $1.2 million.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have him on your ticket. But for me, I'm looking for some value in this race, other than just the 2 and the 6. So I think maybe trying to find a value play. I would probably go with the 1 Nitro Sealster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't even know.
Keep going. Right. No, I'm agreeing with you.
And the horse from the inside, plays with Marcus.
Without doubt.
And it's Sarah Andrews, who's having a great year so far.
Oh yeah, great year.
Who do you like?
It's a tough race.
Who do I like? You didn't give me a chance to look at it. Well, now you're giving me a chance to look at it. And I feel obligated to handicap.
Yeah, you should.
Well, might as well, right?
When I pick up the microphone.
When I pick up the mic, stuff happens. He didn't even turn it on. He didn't even turn it on.
I thought he did.
I turned it off. See, this is how I talk when I'm in front of the mic, but when I'm not in front of the mic.
I'm sorry about this race. Let's see here, there's horses who I like.
It's really remarkable what the filters on this microphone do for my voice.
What do you think of the 9 that was claimed last time for 20 and now stepped into this race?
The 9 hole.
That's a lot to think about.
And Brandon Presto's driving himself, so I'm not a...
Isn't he a magician?
Obviously the horse just went over $1 million lifetime.
Right.
but not one that I would be playing today.
How could someone named Brandon Presto not be a magician? Really?
Maybe he's an Italian chef.
So we got 6 minutes to post.
Out of curiosity, will we be able to at least get something from Brian Brown if he can't make it?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna get stuff from Brian for. It doesn't look like he's gonna make it today, but we're gonna get stuff for him to give away at the Hamiltonian. So.
Which, I mean, it's a busy day, so.
Yeah.
Right. He had a lot in, so it just.
No, that didn't.
It's hard to get over there. So.
Might have been more inclined if Dunwell had finished better.
Maybe.
Probably dealing with a lot there.
Maybe.
Which, I mean, it's racing.
Yeah.
As for me, how's the betting going right now? 6-5 on the 6, 9-5 on the 2.
Yeah, they're getting bet together.
Dapperdude's making a big drop in class. Of course, he's 9-5. Vague Trace is won by 10 lengths. What a strange race.
That was a big second half of that race too.
Isn't 4-Card Major that horse that was racing all those condition claimers up at Mohawk?
Not condition claimers, no. He was racing.
He was up there with
That's what I thought.
Moreau.
Yeah.
Aside from him, the one's also making a drop in classes 22-1. That's not
Surprised
bad.
the one's not taking the money. The one's definitely worth a bet at that price.
Yeah. Especially if he can work out a trip. But
They should be coming out to post parade here very shortly.
there's a jackpot high five too in this race.
Yeah, they don't care about that. I think there was $800 bet into it last night.
Still a lot of money being bet right now. Look at those pools with 4 minutes to post.
Well, yeah, now the night crowd is starting to get to the track.
The night crowd is right. We thought we were going to get out of here at 5. It's an hour later.
Yeah.
Well, you had a long Adios. You had a long inquiry. I mean, there's been things.
The race day is longo. You remember Bumblebee Man from The Simpsons? That was my impression of Bumblebee Man.
Oh, God.
Fine, you do one. After 16 races, calling 15 of them because one race you didn't call because your buddy who can call way better than you decided he wanted to do it. Do that. That's as angry as I can sound after this long show. Like, literally, I'm at that point where you can hear me starting to talk through the back of my throat. I'll be doing some muddy waters of some kind. Or Old Man River, one of the two. Oh, wait, James, come back. There was a nice little cutaway to James in the winner's circle.
Was he there just now?
Yep.
James is announcing something. We don't know what.
With the owner of a 2006 Buick LeSabre, please move your car off of my trumpet. You've somehow parked on top of the
and while we've only got a couple minutes left here, we want to thank everybody that came on the show today. I'll definitely forget all of them.
Dave Clark, Marcus Miller, Jordan Stratton, Don Tiger, my brother,
Jordan Stratton,
James.
Oh, Jordan and Marcus are great.
That's everybody.
Thanks to you two.
You're welcome, Butch.
I would have still been here. Even if everyone decided to jump ship, I would have been doing the rest of the show. And I would have been jumping into all of your chairs, doing your voices. It would have turned into a really...
You can't do my voice.
You can't do my voice.
You can't do my analysis.
It's not even close. I'll stalemate this.
Again.
Oh, we were going to give some away. Give them to the guys that were coming on.
Nobody took any.
We forgot about them.
I'm curious how long we're going to end up staying here.
I'm staying the night.
You're going to be here at the hotel?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get another room, I'll tell you.
Okay. I gotcha. 6-5 on the 6. Vague traces.
Just too long of a day.
I really have nothing else to say, which is, believe it or not, that's something hard for me to
Let's just talk about the last race.
20-1 on Nitro Seal.
That's the only thing I can see here. Is that your burger, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, because mine's under the table. I saved that for dinner.
I obviously didn't get to eat like during the show. I ate before the show.
Well, you could have gone and get food anytime.
I could have.
We would have filled for you.
I could have.
Could have filled your tum-tum like we would have filled your grum-grum. That's what I call your voice.
How about the 840 to 1?
840 to 1. Ideal Ace. Stephen White, a 47-year-old provisional driver. You don't really see that often. Won 1 in 50 and 4 last time at 17 to 1.
That's a big race.
Set a perfect trip, too. I mean, you think that helped him at all?
Well, I mean, I just think that,
That's from the outside.
It's a wide open race. So, if you're looking for long shots, the 8's worth mentioning off a win, off a 50 and 4 race, which I don't really see too many of those on the page here. The 6 won 50 and 3 last time, and he's even money. So, he could definitely fill out tries and supers.
Knocking around is 25 to 1, and he moved up to the preferred handicap last time.
I like him. He was my second pick in the race.
Yeah, he finished third. You tossed the race 2 back where he broke. He's consistent at this level. I could see him in the exotics, certainly, at that price.
I think the 2 is going to be tough from this post.
I feel
he's
like,
starting to get bet now.
I feel like Dapper Dude should be the favorite, not Vague Traces. But then again, this 6 horse has been racing incredibly sharply. Not only that, sharp connections. Everyone's betting Kakele on this horse.
Well, but this horse, improved with Lasix. 10-length win last time. Sky's the limit, I would say.
I think this horse goes 44 and 3.
Wow. Off in pacing speed.
Yeah.
My brain no work no more. However, I will try to make this last race call as grammatically correct as possible.
Yeah, try to get the right ones at least.
It's hard off this feed.
Absolutely.
It's better with the big TV.
We'll do it off the big TV on this one.
But it's delayed 10 seconds. Unless we move the camera.
Move the camera. It's race 16.
Cut back to the video.
Cut back to the video, Rob. I'm getting on.
Let me know when the TV's on.
Oh, hang on. I got the other camera on. It's on.
It's not on?
I said it's on. Let me zoom that in. Good God. Ray wants to use different camera view here. He would rather have the TV. It's crooked. It's crooked. Mike, it's crooked. Tilted that way.
James Witherite leaving the building.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Up.
James Witherite leaving the building. Ladies and gentlemen, James Witherite is leaving. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. The 8 swings around. There you go. It's the last race.
Don't do that.
It was pretty on. It was on key.
It's still crooked, but it's all right.
Final race here from Adios Day. Before we say adios. Often pacing, Dapper Dude leaves well from the inside with Nitro Seals to protecting position. From the far outside, Ideal Ace pushes out to be third with Lincoln James getting away fourth. Around the turn, Vague Traces floats away fifth then. Ahead of
knocking around 6th, back 7th, then 4-card major. One Bad Night is 8th, and Southern Alley trails the field around the first turn to the opening quarter. Parked out, Stephen White and Ideal Ace moving after the leader. Dapper Dude opening quarter 27-1. Nitro Sealster sits the pocket 3rd ahead of Lincoln James 4th. 5th remains Vague Traces moving to the 3/8 pole, and it's a battle on the front, a skirmish to the half with Vague Traces the favorite, pulling to the outside from 5th. Behind this battle, this hot tempo to the half-mile station. Dapper Dude inside, Ideal Ace outside, Nitro Sealster tightly in that pocket 3rd. Half goes in 54-4. 27-3 the second quarter. Lincoln James locked in by Vague Traces advancing outside, knocking around behind those, looking to catch that cover from 3rd over. They're then back to 4-card major, ahead of One Bad Night, angling off the rail, and Southern Alley remains last of all to 3/4. They're fanning wide behind Dapper Dude, who's trying to hold on to command. Here comes Vague Traces up to be second. Ideal Ace retreats from in between. Nitro Sealster looks for room to the inside with Lincoln James 4 wide. 3/4, 121-4. 27 seconds that 3rd quarter around the final turn to the head of the lane. Dapper Dude in control. Vague Traces outside, deeper on the track. Lincoln James is rushing by them all. Pallone and Lincoln James swoop up to command and are going to hold it in the final strides. Knocking around, rallied late to be second with Vague Traces 3rd, 150-2. Owie. I has no voice no more. Well. My name's Geppetto.
Oh, that's too funny.
That's the end.
Do we need prices?
No, that's
okay.
the end.
Okay, see ya.
You can check.
NAHUpicks.com. Follow us on Twitter. Watch replays. Catch us next week.
At the Hambo.
At the Hambo. We'll be there. Ray will be there. Rod will be there.
And that's it.
Out.